Are we live? Is it live? Is it all the way live? My new thing. I don't know what's going on around here. We're going to see how it works. This is my first time doing this format. If it don't work, I'm out of here, baby. I'm out of here. What up, Soul Sus? Almighty Sekou. London Show. What it do? Elijah Almec Bay. Secret of Self. Man, y'all coming in fast. Hold up, y'all. Damn. Secret of Self. Christopher Ellis. Mamba Ross. What up? Lance Ward. May 4th Music. Sam Stone. Cheese Us. What up? Trill Hill. I think that's it. Trill Hill. Tracy Smith. King Lemuel. Can y'all hear me? This is a new setup. I don't know. I don't even know if this damn mic works. This is the first time I'm using this bullshit. Does it work? Can y'all hear me? Yo, what up, Dre? Lance Ward. Let me bring this up forward. What is that? Bismol? Is that Bismol? Damn, I gotta pull this down. There we go. Bismol. Transcendental. What up? Odwa L. True to 8. Jeremiah. I got you. May 4th Music. Secret Self got you. Christopher Ellis. Are we good? We can hear me? Okay, for sure. For sure. Y'all can hear me. Let's see. Mark Woods. Aboriginal T. Let's see. So I got a little filter on for the trolls that may show up in here today. So we'll see how that works. Well, what up, Big Will? Willie Will. DD. Wayne Wallace. Melanated Brown. What up? What is that? Latara Ashley? What's up? Ishmael Timbo. Rich Cliff. So as you can see, are they switching me again? Yep, they flipped me again, didn't they? Why is YouTube always inverting my live stream? Come on, goddammit, YouTube, y'all with the bullshit. Why are they always inverting my live stream? I'm looking at it right now. The dragon is supposed to be on that side. Well, when I point to it, it is, but that's not the right side. So, what up, y'all? We're gonna see how it works today. This is some new stuff for me. I don't really do all this, but I don't do all this. This ain't what I do. I don't do this right here. But we're gonna see how it works today. I'm not flipped. What? Yes, I am. Wait a minute, hold up. Let me see. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Wait a minute. That says, hold up. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but damn, y'all can see that? Okay, straight up. All right. I guess I'm not flipped. I guess it was my phone. Maybe it was my phone, my old phone that was switching the live streams. So I got a new camera also. You see how good, you see how crisp I look? God damn it, baby. Oh, y'all see I look crispy? Man, no. Y'all see how crispy I look up in this bitch? No. But I had to get a new camera, man. They was messing, but damn, that flip mess was getting to me, man. I couldn't. They kept flipping. I thought it was YouTube, maybe, but I guess not. Since you guys see me, you see me straight now. I guess it wasn't YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Not really though. Not really sorry though. But let's see. What's up, people? Let's see if we can start off. It's got a whole lot of news today, man. This is I don't even know if we're gonna get through all of it because this is crazy. Y'all see LA is going crazy up in this bitch. But we about to see what's up. Anybody who ordered police stop law packages, I haven't sent it off yet, so sorry, didn't send it off yet. So hold on. Oh man, I didn't send your. Sorry, I didn't send it off yet. But because I didn't send it off. When I send it off, I'm going to give you the boom, the packs of flashcards right here. So anybody who ordered last week and I didn't send you, I'm going to give you the 5 decks of flashcards since it's late. I got that's how I make up for when I mess up. I didn't really mess up. It just I had to wait for some materials to come through. But if you didn't get your order that week, then that's on me. So I'm going to give you 5 cards. I'm going to 5 decks of cards. And anybody else who wants to help out, appreciate you for supporting. Also, if you want to support, you know how to do it. I gotta let you. Let's see how good this looks in this camera. Let's see how good this book look in this camera. Bam, there it is. Boom. Make sure you go out and get the Great Book of Melanin Research. We still got the glare on it, huh? But get the Great Book of Melanin Research right here, the hard copy. This is book 2, but we got 2 books, book 1 and book 2. Make sure you go out, get these books, and I will give you the whole police stop law package for free. Man, whole police stop law package free. One of these books, you get one of these. That's it. Red. Excuse me. We got the red, the gold, and the blue. So anyone you want one of those, I'll give you one of those as well. You're going to get the package, the constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card, and notice right here. There was a ruling on qualified immunity this week too from the Supreme Court. Y'all better understand there's some stuff going down. So right here, this is the constitutional rights card. This lets the police officers know what your rights are when they violate your rights, what you'll do, or what'll happen when they violate your rights. And right here is the qualified immunity card and notice. This lets the police officers know they lose qualified immunity when they violate your rights, and they knowingly violate your rights. So when you alert them that they're in danger of violating your rights and you get it on camera, boom, you got them. So that's how that works. So you keep these in your car. Remember, you know the deal. You keep these in your car. And bam, you say, I don't answer questions, officer. People are hitting me back, man. This is crazy. All the feedback I'm getting about people who bought these cards now, and they're like, yeah, I was kind of speeding a little bit, but, and I'm not saying you should do this. I'm not saying any of y'all should do this. They were like, yeah, I was kind of speeding a little bit, but bing, I showed him these. He came to me. Somebody left that in the comment last week. I think they left in the comment. They said I was speeding a little bit, or I don't know if it was speeding, but they got pulled over, and the officer came off a little hardcore at first, a little, tried to be a little gangster at first, and she handed him she handed him these, and he looked at him and came back and said, "Have a nice day, man." Now, hey, I ain't saying it was this. I don't know. he took these back to the car, came back and was like, "Have a nice day, man." So, hey, if you want to, hey, I'm not saying a lot of times you also, let me just say this. Let me say the disclaimer. Your karma has a lot to do with it too. So if you did some wrong stuff and you do get caught, probably because you have some bad karma out there. But this will definitely help. When police officers see this, they know you're not regular. You're not normal. So this is what you need to know. They know they'd rather go, just like a bully. A bully would rather go punk a person that don't know how to fight. Y'all know how it works. Bullies want to beat up people that not going to fight back. So if they see you with all of this type of stuff, they'd rather go just mess with somebody who don't know their rights. Why wouldn't they do that? So make sure you get over to realnagas.com and buy the hard copy, and you get that whole police stop law package for free. And as well, when I give everybody else I can't give somebody one person a deal and I give it to everybody else. So if you order right now, boom, you order this week, I'm going to give you the 5 decks of flashcards right here. This is the police stop flashcards, volume 1 and 2. Bam, right here. Can you see that? Volume 1 and 2. The law and government flashcards, volume 1 and 2. Bam. And the Supreme Court cases. These are where the law comes from that you're going to smash on the police with. So, man, these look real good in that damn. These look good in that camera, don't it? They look pretty. This new camera pretty icy, one. So appreciate you for supporting. That's the way you really want to support. Get over to realnagas.com and make sure you order the hard copy, the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, and I will send you the whole police stop law package for free. So No excuses for you not to have this information. You see Trump is smashing right now, calling out martial law and whatnot. You see what's going down, don't you? You see what's popping off. So I don't want to hear no bull crap. If Trump come in your damn city. Now, is Trump doing bad? We'll talk about that in a second. But he is instituting martial law right now. So and he said they haven't done that since the civil rights movement. So goddamn. It's popping. It's popping right now. And so appreciate anybody who hit me with the Cash App this week. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Conceptual Elixirs, Kevin Wise, all you guys hitting me on the Cash App. Who just hit? Did somebody just hit me with the Cash App? That was Curtis Neal. Appreciate you, brother, for the Cash App. Thank everybody for hitting me with the Cash App. I'm on my cleanse right now, so you can donate to some what is it? Chicken of the woods shawarma. That's what I got to eat right now. No meat for well, no chicken or turkey. You can eat fish when you're on the cleanse. Fish is actually very good for you. But right now, I'm on no meat. I'm on the no meat thing. So, chicken of the wood shawarma donations I'm taking. So go to Cash App. Real Nagas the number 9. Appreciate you guys for hitting me with the Cash App. Curtis Neal. Oops. Thank you, brother. And anybody else who hits me with the Cash App. Also, if you want to learn the law, you want to take yourself out of the system, learn status law, basically have one foot in the system and one foot out of the system, just go to patreon.com/real nagas and sign up to one of the higher levels, the status class levels. Get this sign up to one of the status class levels, and I will give you the paperwork for free when you can explain it. If you can explain the paperwork to me, I will give you the paperwork for free. I need a law army out here, and we're building it. It's man, it's getting beautiful out here. I'm trying to tell you, it's getting beautiful. All the people who are starting to know the law out here, I mean, really know the law, not think they know the law. It's off the chain. Yo, Roger Groves, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, brother. He said the new studio ain't no new studio. I just got a damn desk, man. Ain't no damn studio. I don't like calling this live streaming and I don't like doing all that. I just bring you the news, the shit that I saw this week. So appreciate you. Thank you, man. But anyway, that's for you guys to support. I appreciate you guys. I don't have any weed juice from Timmy Tight Top this week because he didn't drop any off. But if you want the weed juice, anybody who's a regular here, you know about Timmy Tight Top and the juices. He has them for the cleanse, just delicious juices to drink. If you want to weight loss program, all of that type of stuff. So better than going to the store getting it. Organic juices. You go to Weed Juice. Just call them at 323-776-2587. Again, 323-776-2587, and let them know you saw it on Real Nagas, and it's 5 off juice is the code. He will hook you up. All right, people. Appreciate you. Make sure you support, damn it. You understand? This is the way we get about. We need support. This is the new thing of how we support each other right here. So if I bring you this news, you see all this dang news. Took me all week to bring this news to you. Make sure you support for bringing you this information. All right. Appreciate you. No matter if you do, if you don't. I'm just saying it would be nice if you did. So let's get it cracking. Oh man. LA going crazy. LA done going crazy out in this bitch, y'all. So you seen the news. I know you seen the Mexicans. It's really mostly Mexicans. But they're Hispanic. It's a Hispanic coalition that they're talking about, but they man, they are out there. So this is what they do. This is kind of how they do in California or Los Angeles anyway. They'll just mob the street and shut the street. So they call it, remember, they call it peaceful protest. This is what everybody calls it. If you go to any of the MSNBC, CNN, all the Democrats or the Femocrats, the Femocrats are all calling it peaceful protest. They're engaging in peaceful protest, and Trump just wants to destroy the peaceful protest process, and this just wants to destroy the First Amendment. And what? The fuck are you? Have y'all been seeing? Why are you burning cars and throwing bricks at ICE officers and shooting firework rockets at niggas and shit? I mean, they going crazy. Now they're trying to call it LA riots, so like the 92 riots. They saying this is Part 2, LA riots part 2. I was here. I was here for those riots, and this is nothing like that. Those riots, boy, people came up in them riots, boy. That's when the word looting became a household word around this bitch. Not that I did it. I didn't do it. But I saw a whole lot of brothers that was doing it though. The looting process was on and popping back then. And so they saying this is the same thing, but it's not. So what's happening is this is organized. This shit is organized. So there's a bunch of illegal immigrants, really probably they woke, but most likely illegal immigrants. They're waving Mexican flags. They tried to take over LA. Again, like I said, they're attacking ICE, and then they're saying that they have some delusional idea that kicking people out of the country for coming in here illegally is unconstitutional. And ICE people are Gestapo NZs for wanting to do for rounding them up and kicking them out. It's unconstitutional. Remember, this is what they think. It's unconstitutional. It's against the law for you to round up for ICE to round up the illegal immigrants that cross the border illegally and send them back home. No, that's illegal. And you're Nazi Gestapos for doing it. Okay. So now these are the people who have come here and not acclimated themselves to the laws and rules of America. This is the problem. See, in Mexico, this is why you need to learn. When you go to some place, they make you learn the system first before they just give up. They just like, all right, whatever. they just let your ass in. Because if you bring your bullshit from where you came from over here, then why are you here? If you wanted to come here because this place was better than where you came from, then why are you bringing your bullshit from over there back over here? That makes no sense. So you need to acclimate yourself to the system over here first, and then that's how you'll be able to take advantage of the system. So when they're rolling around here waving Mexican flags and shit, you see they burning up Waymo cars. That's the Waymo car is the electric car. So if y'all don't have that in your city, that's crazy. That's the automated car. I be rolling past that shit in the morning when I'm going to the gym and some shit. I be rolling past that bitch and I roll and I see nobody. I'm like, what the fuck? I be that shit almost make you crash and shit. I'm like, oh shit. That shit look crazy as hell. Rolling past a car with nobody in that bitch. I'm a Knight Rider fan. I go back to Knight Rider. So I was expecting this at some point in time, but it's still crazy to see it. But they burning up the goddamn Waymo cars and shit. Why y'all burning up the Waymo cars? This shit is crazy. What you say, Roger wrote Latin King Coalition? Cinco de Juno celebration. So yeah, man, they done gone crazy. So they think this is Mexico. So in Mexico, that's the way they run the government, is by intimidation. See? This is what happens when you bring your mentality from your other country over to somewhere else where you're supposed to be going to that place because it's better than when you came from. But if you don't learn the system and acclimate yourself to the system, all you're going to do is bring your old bullshit that you were running from, bring it over here. So the government or the cartels intimidate the government over there. They run the government in Mexico, period. Cartels run the goddamn government. Absolutely run the goddamn government, right? So they run it by intimidation. If you are running for office and you are claiming that you are going to clean up Mexico from the cartel, your ass is dead the next day. They will pimp your ass all damn day. So that's why the president right there, why you think she ain't dead? Why you think the president of Mexico, why you think she ain't dead? Because she was installed by the cartel. She was installed by the cartel. So they think this is how you run the government, is by intimidation. This is basically extortion. We're gonna cause so much havoc and turmoil and unrest that you're just gonna bow down and say, okay, we'll want her. We won't arrest the illegal immigrants. Sorry, just stop tearing up everybody's property. Just stop doing it, please. No, that's over there in Mexico. In America, these white crazy motherfuckers are gonna pull out all the guns on your ass and start blowing your ass up. That's what these white crazy ass. You wanna know what these white motherfuckers gonna be doing? They ain't about to let you do that shit. They about to blow your ass to high hell. It is not gonna be that shit over here. Promise you that. America's worth too much goddamn money. So they're not gonna let you take it by force. Yo, the artist Dixon, appreciate you. Thank you, brother, for the cash app. Everybody else who hit the cash app. Did I miss somebody? No, appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. So now again, no other country in the world has open borders. But the globalists, they are trying to open most borders in the country. This is a globalist thing. So America, though, we just getting hit because Mexico is literally right next door. So they can just walk over here. Whereas a lot of other places, well, they can do that. And they can do a lot of that stuff in the EU too. But this is just the craziest part over here. So now they believe, like I said, they're going to cause so much chaos and that Trump is going to be like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I promise no more ice. I'm just going to abolish ice. No more ice. The hell no. You think Trump is going to say sorry and I'm going to abolish ice? That motherfucker's going to be like, get the entire fuck out of here. So, now Gavin Bitcham, Trump calls him Gavin Newsom. I call him Gavin Bitcham. He said that sending in the military, this is a quote from Gavin Bitcham, sending in the military will cause distrust of the government. So Trump said, fuck you, and ordered in the goddamn he ordered in the National Guard. I mean, it's going crazy in here. And again, on every goddamn channel, all you see is all you see is peaceful protests. They started with peaceful protest, and when the military got there, they intimidated the crowd and stirred up the crowd. Get the fuck. That didn't happen. They were burning up. I mean, they're looting every goddamn thing. They tore up all the small people's the small businesses. Those places that had been there for years. They tore those businesses up. This is some bullshit. Waving Mexican flags. Take your ass back to Mexico, motherfucker. if Mexico's so goddamn great, take your bitch ass back over there. Or stay your ass here and shut the fuck up. But what you ain't gonna do is try to punk people into doing what you want them to do. Americans don't do that shit. You in the wrong country, bitch. I promise you don't know where the fuck you at. America don't do that. We don't do intimidation around this bitch. So it's funny. So I call Gavin he's not a BAN, he's a BAC, a bitch ass Caucasian. He's not a bitch. I can't call him bitch ass nigga, but he is a BAC. He's a bitch ass Caucasian, and he thinks he doesn't understand. In any civil society, you have to have law and order. Period. You have to have law and order in any civil society, or you don't have a civil society. These niggas are crazy. So, oops, excuse me. So the rioters? They're on. So this is a report from the news. It said the rioters have set fire to driverless cars, looted stores, driven motorcycles at lines of cops, and created blockades to grind downtown to a complete halt as chaos ensues. Now, Trump, he said, Trump basically came out and he said, hold on. Trump said no more mask? He said he's going to arrest anybody who's wearing a mask. This is what Trump came out. He said, we're going to arrest anybody who's wearing a mask. So again, this is how you slowly get into martial law. These fools are crazy. They don't understand. In order to change the system, you have to do it through law and government. You can't change the system by trying to punk somebody into doing what you want them to do. So all they're doing is giving Trump the leeway, the track to lay down for martial law. Like, what are you doing? Like, you are absolutely in the wrong. If you were in the right, that'd be something different. You trying to tear up stuff because he was actually violating your rights, but you are in the wrong, which means every single step that he takes, he has the legal right to do. So him bringing in the troops, him calling in the troops over Gavin Newsom, he overruled Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is supposed to have control of the National Guard of California. He overruled Gavin Newsom and called it a damn rebellion. So this is what this nigga's about to do. And you are gonna, and the Democrats being emotional, this is what emotion does. This is all emotional outburst. That's all this shit is. Just a feminine emotional outburst. Thinking you're gonna yell and scream and cry and get somebody to do what you want. Now, is every woman like that? No. Some women are on higher consciousness, but the lower consciousness women, this is what they do. So Gavin Bitcham, he's destroying Los Angeles. This is crazy. And it's still going on today. This is the fourth day. This is the fourth goddamn day. You can't drive downtown right now. Downtown is on lockdown. If you go downtown, you can get arrested. Downtown Los Angeles. So again, this is crazy. So then the other thing going on is they want melanated people. Melanated people to jump in and fight for them. The Hispanics. They want they want you. They want you to jump in and start fighting for them. And so the crazy thing is that the Democratic side, who usually are activists for most, what's the word I'm looking for? For most ideas, not ideas, but what's the word I'm looking for? For most issues, who are activists for most issues, they were like, we're sitting this one out because the Hispanic people didn't come and vote for Kamala Harris. So because causes. That was the one. That's what I was looking for, Bosway. Yeah, causes. So because the melanated people didn't come and vote for Kamala Harris, I mean the Hispanics didn't come for vote for Kamala Harris, they's like, we sitting this one out, right? Which is the right thing to do, but they're doing it for the wrong reason. Like, you should not be jumping into this because it's about illegal what Trump is doing is lawful. 20 million illegal immigrants cross the damn border. You can't let all of them stay. That would crush the system eventually. So sending them back is what you should do. Now, if you want to come back legally, that's all good. That's all anybody's saying, but you just can't jump ahead of the line. You can't think you special because you think your situation is more dire than anybody else's. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to break in somebody's house and then tell them how to run the house. That's not how life works. They lost their mind. What you call the tortilla and fried chicken coalition? Roger Roach, stupid. Where he says it has nothing to do with us. Now, yeah, melanated people, this really ain't got, but it really doesn't. It is, in a broader sense, Americans. What this does is hurt Americans, but it does hurt melanated Americans more because they get the jobs that melanated Americans are supposed to have. And when Hispanics come over here from Mexico, they don't pay taxes and they take that money and send it back to Mexico, which takes away from American, which takes away from the government. And then you, as melanated people, you put in the system, they take your taxes to go pay for the systems and the programs that they give to illegal immigrants. I give you an example. Most homeless people in America, this is this statistic, most homeless people in America have jobs. Did y'all know that? 57% to 90% of homeless people in America actually have a job, which means they're actually paying taxes. But that money, they take that money and then give it to illegal immigrants to live. They'll give them all kind of incentives and all kind of shit, food cards and all that. But these people are homeless. They're paying into the shit, and then they take that money and give it to illegal immigrants. Like, I'll give you an example. There's a place out here called the Tiny Home Village. There's a place out here called the Tiny Home Village, and it was built. It was supposed to be built. This is Los Angeles, Mayor, whatever her name is, Karen Ass. She built this tiny home village for homeless people, American homeless people. Now it has been completely taken over by illegal immigrants. All illegal immigrants live there. Again, a tiny home village made for American homeless people is completely been taken over by illegal immigrants. And they can't do nothing about it. They don't even want you to bring a camera in there because it exposes it. So somebody like undercover went in there and they kicked him out. He took a camera and shit, and he was Hispanic too. And he was stuck. They thought they like, nah, nigga, you the Fed. They kicked his ass out. But that's what's going on. So melanated people like, nah, we ain't jumping in. So now you about to have a little civil woke war between the woke Hispanics and the woke niggas and the woke melanated people. It's about to go down. Ain't no more tortilla and fried chicken coalition. That shit is done deal, baby. No more what is it? Salsa and hot sauce. And that combine the salsa and hot sauce, put no more of that. Even though Mexicans eat hot sauce just as much as black melanated people. But sorry. So this is what's going down in LA. It's kind of messed up. So moving along, it seems like the bromance honeymoon between Trump and Elon is over. That shit is going to high hell. He says KFC Taco. Sam said KFC Taco Bell. KFC Bell. Taco KFC. So there's no more of that. That's done. That's a done deal. Them not voting for Kamala, and then the melanated people not jumping in on this immigration shit. That shit is severed for at least a while anyway. Till something comes in and unites them. But Elon and your boy Trump, they done lost their damn mind, both of them fools. Them dumbasses done going crazy. So goddamn. Now, why did Elon go crazy? So Elon went crazy and said Trump was on the damn on the Epstein files. And then he said, after when all the information comes out, it'll be shown that he was right and he'll be vindicated or some shit like that. Then he deleted the text and he deleted the tweet and whatever. So why did Elon go crazy on Trump? Why did Elon go crazy? And everybody taking Trump's side, right? Which is stupid. It's stupid to take Trump's side because Elon is going to be here for at least another 30 goddamn years making crazy shit happen. I'm talking about the political people, not just normal people. I'm talking about political people like Democrats, the Democrats, and the Republicans. So they both got names, the Democrats and the Republicans. So most of the Republicans, they're hanging with Trump, right? Or MAGA with the F, with the FAGA. They're hanging with Trump, and so what's funny is that is really so what happened was, so most people don't understand behind the scenes what happened. Most people think that Elon came out and said that the bill that Trump, the big beautiful bill, is going to increase the debt by $5 trillion. So this is his reason for being pissed at Trump. This is the political football that he's using to be pissed at Trump. So it doesn't. So everybody's coming out. This shit don't make no sense. Why the hell are you tripping about this goddamn this damn bill when you knew what the bill was beforehand? And he did come to Washington to stop crazy spending. So he really was pissed about the bill going crazy, right? But that wasn't the only thing. So it was a whole bunch of shit that was going on behind the scenes. Whole bunch of shit. So one of the things was he gave up 3 months, actually more than that, because he was on the campaign trail with Trump. So he gave up about what, 6 months of working on his businesses with no pay to roll around with Trump and get him elected. He spent $300 million. He gave, and as far as donations, he donated $300 million to Trump's campaign. He let Trump, after Trump got shot, he gave Trump 3 hours, over 3 hours on Twitter to let him talk about the shooting and whatever. When that was like Trump, or Twitter was the biggest platform he could do that on. So Elon was doing all of this shit behind the scenes and much more shit that he did behind the scenes, right? So he was like, look, man, and Trump is a transactional person, right? Trump basically, he makes deals. And when he makes the deal, he usually follows through with the deal. I would say probably 80% of the time, according to the people who do deals with him. So, but this thing, why didn't he help Elon on this time? If Elon did all of this for Trump, why didn't Trump help Elon? And so Trump came out, and how it happened actually is Trump came out and dissed Elon first. All Elon did was say he was unhappy with the bill. Trump came out and said, oh, I think he's mad because we took the EV mandate out of the bill, right? The electric vehicle mandate that Biden had put in the bill. It was basically by 2030, everybody's going to have there was going to be every state was going to have an electric vehicle, right? So Trump took the EV mandate out. Elon already knew he was going to do that and was like, yo, I'm not really tripping about that. Just create some type of incentive for EVs. You don't have to, all right, you can fine, take the EV mandate out. You don't have to, force everybody to buy electric vehicles, but at least put an incentive in there so that people could buy EVs if they want to. Trump was like, all right, whatever, cool. So this is what Elon was expecting, right? So also, Elon wanted Trump to put this dude as head of NASA. So there was a certain cat who was that he wanted to put head of NASA. He's like an ex-astronaut and he's a billionaire, but the dude is a scientist. Everybody loves the dude. Like even the Republicans, they all like, yo, this dude would be the best person for the job, the head of NASA. And he's not even a Republican. He's an independent. So Elon wanted to put him there because he's neutral. So he's not, he won't be biased to any administration who comes in. He's neutral. So he's like, yo, put this dude there, and he's gonna, because Elon want to go to fucking Mars. So he wants to put the dude at NASA to best help him go to Mars, because Elon, basically, SpaceX and NASA are the same company. NASA needs SpaceX to even exist. So he's like, look, all right, if you're gonna use my goddamn company to help NASA, then at least put the dude and the head of NASA who's the least political out of everybody. Trump was like, nah. Trump was like, fuck that. and so that's what pissed Elon off. All the other shit was cool, but not to mention he took the Doge money. He took the Doge money. He said he was gonna take the Doge money and give it back to the Americans at $5,000, in $5,000 paychecks. He didn't do that shit. He took that money and is investing it in the Golden Dome. That Golden Dome that's supposed to knock out rockets when America not even getting attacked. So we don't even need that shit. Then he didn't codify Doge into the law. And then he tried to say, well, we couldn't do it this time, but we're going to try to do it on the next bill. So he didn't do all of that. Elon came and he ain't gave Elon nothing. He has absolutely done nothing for Elon except talk shit to the South African president for a fake ass genocide that they was talking about going over there. That's the only thing Trump did for Elon, was chastise the South African president. But Elon done all this shit, and he's like, look, nigga, only thing I really wanted you to do was put the goddamn NASA motherfucker at the head of NASA. Trump was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So that's what pissed Elon off, and that nigga went crazy. So Elon is a cancer. Y'all got to remember, Elon is a goddamn cancer. So cancers, hold on. I got to move this down so I can try to see you, if you can see y'all comments better. I was blocked by my mic. I couldn't see y'all comments. So Elon's a cancer. Cancers are emotional cats. They can be some emotional cats. And that's the sign of I feel. Their call thing is I feel. So cancer women and cancer men are different. So you say he ghosted Elon? That's exactly what he did. Elon straight got ghosted. Hello, Elon. Trump.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service at this time.
Elon was like, bitch, what the fuck? So that's what happened. So he got mad just about that one thing. I understand. Like, everybody says you should put this dude in there as the head of NASA. Why you not doing it? Why didn't Trump do it? Now, this is where Trump is going to fail. Trump's ego is going to destroy his presidency, along with his ball gargling of Kazaria. But that seems to be coming to an end, sort of. But Trump is a narcissist. Everybody knows, right? Trump is a narcissist. We know this. So, what is narcissist? A lot of people don't even know what that means. So, narcissist was a person who was this rich cat, this noble cat, the story goes, who used to look at himself in the pond. He was attractive, and he used to look at himself in the pond and thought he was so damn attractive. Every day he would look at himself in the pond and marvel at how attractive he was. He like, oh, nigga, you the coldest. Oh my God, baby, oh shit, you the he would do that shit every day, right? And then one day this nigga looked too close to himself in the pond and he fell in and drowned. So narcissism is loving yourself to detriment, loving yourself to, so much to a detrimental point. You're supposed to love yourself, but loving yourself to where it's a detriment to yourself. So that's what Trump is. And when Elon, so when he first got elected, everybody kept calling Elon President Elon. Y'all remember that shit? It was President Elon, Mr. President Elon is on the President Elon does this, a president. So they went to Trump and they asked him, yo, is that getting to you? It was like, is that getting to you? Everybody calling Elon the president, the true power behind it, the true power behind the throne and all this and that. He was like, nah, it doesn't get to me. Hell no. Nah. You know damn well that was getting to Trump. Goddamn, anybody knows. Especially if you an alpha, to have everybody else thinking that you being run by somebody else. Alpha ain't dealing with that shit. And so he was like, fuck that. So anything Elon tells him to do, he just on an automatic, nah, I ain't doing it, because it makes him look like Elon is running him if he says yes to anything that Elon does. But Elon done all this shit for your ass and really didn't ask nothing but for you to put the NASA dude in the head of NASA. That's all he asked for. And then Trump was like, nah. So Elon was like, fuck you, bitch. That's when he went off after that shit. He was like, nigga, motherfucker, you bitch ass. So you can kind of be like, you can kind of say, you kind of understand how Elon was pissed. Now he shouldn't have went off. And he shouldn't have went off and said that that was a stab. That was a low blow that he did when he said that he was in the Epstein files, because Trump came out and started to say, well, we might have to cut Elon's contracts. We may have to look at all of the contracts. I don't know. The best way for America to save money, if he's worried about us saving money, is to cut all of Tesla's contracts. So I don't know why Biden didn't look at those before. What? Oh, now all of a sudden you want to cut his contracts. You full of shit. He had these contracts in the first Trump administration. So why didn't you cut them then? So also, he can't do that. He can't threaten to cut somebody's contract because he has a beef with somebody. Elon, if he did that, Elon would have such a lawsuit on his ass, he would win in 2 seconds. So Trump tried to pull that back a little bit. And so Elon took his tweets down, and so they were like, it's better if they're better together than apart. This is terrible. This is terrible for America and the Republican Party. So somebody tried to get them back together and do a phone call, and Trump was like, fuck that bitch. Trump was like, fuck Elon, bitch. So basically he called him, and Elon, he didn't answer the phone. Trump was like, I don't want to talk to Elon. I wish him well, but salam alaikum. So basically, I get it. Trump did mess Elon over, but the low blow is calling him a pedo. Come on, bro. You can't do that. I understand he effed you off. He fucked you off, but you can't you can't do that. unless you have absolute evidence and you're sure that he's one of those. And then it don't make no sense because you left your kid along with Trump. So if you believe that he was one, why did you leave your kid along with him? So obviously you know that was a goddamn low blow. So he said, "Welcome to Naga News. All truth, no clips." Y'all funny up in here. Excuse me. So that's what happened. Elon got pissed, and emotional cancer went overboard. See, that's how. See, men and women cancers are different. Women cancers are just kind of cry about it. Men cancers will try to be vindictive. They'll try to get back at your ass. Now, you know who's a man cancer? 50 Cent. 50 goddamn cent. That nigga's a cancer. So you see how much of a troll 50 Cent is, and Elon is the same kind of troll. So that's how cancers do when they get emotional. So that was crazy. Got a little civil war going on with FAGA. And they call it dark. So Elon's MAGA is called dark MAGA. And then Trump is just regular MAGA. But when they go racist or whatever, I call them FAGA. Y'all know. Y'all know what that means. So moving along. Oh, hold on. Damn it. Where'd it go? Oh, wait. Where's my next story? Oh, there it is. So moving along. This is funny. Ukraine, well, not funny, but funny, peculiar. Ukraine launched a missile strike at Russia at their nuclear bombers. So that went against they have a nuclear treaty. And so you're not supposed to blow up nuclear bombers. So because if you do, you may release some damn radiation. That could be bad for the country. So they all had some type of treaty where everybody's nuclear facilities could be seen from the satellite. So everybody got, all countries got satellites up there. So everybody's nuclear program was supposed to be visible by satellite to everyone's country, right? So that's what allowed Ukraine to do this, to drop the bombs over there, because they found out where they were holding the nuclear bombers or whatever, and they struck it. And that was mostly NATO. NATO had planned this shit for like 10 months or whatever. And NATO planned the shit and helped them carry it out, all the intelligence and everything, because they're trying to start a war. They're really trying to start a goddamn war. But they went against the nuclear treaty, so Putin was like, "It's on and popping, bitch. It's on and popping. What's up, nigga? It's on and popping, bitch. It's on and popping." But they said NATO did it behind Trump's back because they're trying to start World War III. And like I said, this is because they know Pootie Tang is not going to take it lying down. They knew Pootie Tang wasn't going to take this lying down. It's like, we just need to nudge Pootie Tang just just poke him a little bit. You know, you ever had a little kid just mess with you so damn much, but don't really messing with you. They just messing with you by lick their finger and stick their wet finger in your ear and be poking you like this to see if they can get at you. You ever had a little kid do that? Little kids do this all the time. When you act like you trying to ignore them or whatever, and they just they just be all on you. They be all over you, trying to get you to do something. You've seen that. I know all you with kids. I know you've seen it. I know, and I got nieces and nephews and homies with little kids, and they do this shit all the goddamn time. This is what NATO is doing to Putin. They doing that shit all the goddamn time. Yeah, so why didn't he sign the agreement with Trump in advance? Because he's winning. That's why. And so if he's winning the damn war, why would he sign? Unless it's strictly advantageous for him. And so at that time, Trump was trying to sign the mineral deal with Ukraine, which means Ukraine was going to be protected by America. And Trump and Pootie Tang didn't want Trump to sign that deal because he knew it was going to be certain things that he couldn't do against Ukraine if Ukraine signs this mineral deal, which they eventually did. And so that pissed Putin off. That's when he really started going off. If you see after that, after Trump signed the damn mineral deal, is really when Putin was like, fuck it. All right, nigga. So that's when he said, fuck it. But then Trump told him, so they got on the phone. So Trump basically was like, he had to call. So basically what happened was, like I said this last week, they had escalated it by trying to kill Putin last week. His envoy or whatever, his transport or whatever, they tried to drone it. They tried to drone strike it. So that's when Putin started going crazy on Ukraine. And so that's when Trump shitted on Putin, was like, what the fuck is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. He's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And then he didn't hear that they tried to assassinate him. So then Trump was like, oh, he had to pull back whatever he said after he heard that NATO or Ukraine allegedly tried to assassinate him. So he pulled this shit back. So then right after that, Ukraine bombed Putin. And so that's when he called Putin. He was like, look, man, do what you got to do, my nigga. That's what he did. He called Putin. Putin was like, you know I got to strike. You know I got to smash on these bitches, right? You know I got to smash on these bitches, right? And Trump was like, hey, do what you got to do. So that's when he went and struck him. Hold on a second. So right after that, Putin just started bombing the shit out of Ukraine. Because if any other country bombed America's nuclear bomber site, there'd be nothing you could tell Trump. He had been smashing on them in 2 seconds. The minute the 15 minutes after they did it, there would have been an airstrike against whoever did it. So there's no way Trump he couldn't go to Putin and be like, nigga, hold off, my nigga, just don't, come on, bruh. Don't, he knew. Putin was like, hey, nigga, you know, nigga. You know, nigga. You know what I gotta do. And Trump was like, call me after it's done, dog. That's basically was like, hit me up after you did it, my nigga. So like I said, they've been striking them all week. And then but Trump need to tell Ukraine the EAD, because what's his name? Zelensky, he not trying to get out of power. He not trying to come to no peace. This fool is an anarchist. He don't believe in any government. There's no elections in Ukraine. There's no democracy in Ukraine that he's fighting for. He's the sole dictating leader of Ukraine. He don't give a fuck about that. And if Ukraine falls, he dead. He know that shit. All them people keeping him in power, all those damn oligarchs over there in Ukraine keeping him in power. If he dies, if he gives up and stops the war, that's a wrap. They're getting money right now from all these different countries on this war, and them oligarchs over there are cleaning up. And if the war ends, the money ends. That's a wrap. So Zelensky can't end the goddamn war. He dead if he do. So that shit ain't popping. He said everybody know they scared of Putin. Yeah, they scared as hell of Putin. They scared as shit of Putin, but but Pootie Tang ain't playing right now. But he needs to tell NATO the EAD. That's who Trump needs to tell the EAD is NATO. Because if they plan that, and I'll be like, nigga, if they plan if NATO plans one more strike on Putin, we pulling out. That's what he should tell them. If y'all do one more strike over there, we pulling the fuck out. Because they're trying to get America because they have the treaty. So if Putin hits one of them NATO countries, America is bound by contract to retaliate. And that's what they're trying to do. Because how did this shit start? How did this strike start? Bitch ass Lindsey Graham with his old fruitopian ass, and I forgot some other senator, they flew over to Ukraine. And then right after that, the damn strike happened. So Lindsey Graham and them bitches are going over there, going behind Trump back and telling Ukraine and NATO to keep fighting and do this and do that and do this so that they can start World War III. If I'm Trump, nigga, I would call Lindsey bitch ass to my office and beat the snot out of her on camera. I would smack the shit out of motherfucking Lindsey Graham on camera in the Oval Office. Lindsey, come here, motherfucker. Did you go to Ukraine and tell NATO to do that strike on fucking Putin? Come here, my nigga. Come here. Slap the living shit out of him, motherfucker. Because guess how much he spent for one night, y'all. Let me just say this. Lindsey Graham went to Ukraine for one day, stayed at a hotel one night. He spent your money to do it. Guess how much money he spent on the hotel that night? Put it in there. Let me see. Can you put it in the chat? How much money do you think Lindsey Graham spent for one night to Ukraine on the hotel? This ain't the flight because they get the flights, the military flights over there. So how much money do you think that Lindsey Graham spent for one night in a hotel in Ukraine? Somebody put it there. 80 grand. Okay. 120 grand. Almighty Sekou. Oh, that's pretty damn. 120 grand. 8K, 45K, 60K. Y'all way off. Y'all are so far off the goddamn beaten path. A mil? Nah. Bring it down 200,000 though. Ocean Grown TV. $800,000. He spent $800,000 of your money to stay at a hotel for one night in Ukraine. Guess who authorized the money? Guess who authorized? Yeah, he said the fuck. Mike Santana said the fuck. Yep. Guess who authorized the money, Mike Santana? Lindsey bitch ass Graham himself. He authorized his own goddamn expense account. He can just authorize millions of dollars that he can spend. This motherfucker's crazy. He ain't never getting out of Congress or out of the government. This is crazy. If I can just I got my own black card. I could fly around the fucking world and spend $800,000 on a hotel. What the fuck? For one night? So let me just say this. You know that didn't cost $800,000. That money coming back to Lindsey. Yep, fraud, waste, and abuse. That's fraud. Yeah, you're right about the fraud. He ain't spend no $800,000 for no one night. That money is going to somehow make its way all the way back around to Lindsey Graham in his campaign or some shit. Watch. That's how they do that shit. $800,000 for one night and no oversight on this shit. There's no oversight. What the fuck? How you got no oversight? That's crazy. That's goddamn crazy, man. So, man, y'all better be abreast of what's going on. I'm trying to tell you. You said 70, King Lemuel said 7,500. No, 75,000. Nah, you way off. Y'all way off. Kickbacks, yep. That's exactly what they are. Kickbacks. That's exactly what that dude Sam Bankman-Fried did when he invested billions of dollars into the Democratic Party and got all that, and all that money basically went to Ukraine, and then Ukraine invested in the Democratic political, not just Democrats. It was some Republicans, but mostly Democrats. They invested in their campaigns. So that's how the money. So America authorizes the money to Ukraine. Boom. Then Ukraine takes that money, then invest it as lobby back to America. They lobby to Americans, the American politicians, and get that money, put that money right back in their pocket. So that's what Lindsey Graham just did. Authorized his own goddamn. I mean, he can just steal at will. That's crazy. This fool can just steal money at will and call it an expense. The fuck is going on? $800,000. It's fucking insane. So, Trump though, Trump's energy is about to take a downturn because he is building up a lot of karma. So, I hope we get it together, because the karma that he's building up because it came out on the back end that Trump did know, or he may have had knowledge that they were going to strike Putin with the drone strikes on the nuclear bombers. So if he doing this stuff and he's supposed to be stopping wars behind the scene, that boy fucking up. You say you love the new setup? Oh, appreciate it. That damn chair was she was hurting my ass. You want to know why I'm sitting there? That damn chair started to hurt after a certain amount of time. Y'all comments didn't hurt. My ass started to hurt from the damn chair. No diddy. And I had to get a new damn chair. Couldn't do it. That was a hard ass. That's that metal ass chair. So that's why you got a new setup. So moving along, the DOJ is bringing back the MS-13 gangster, the wife-beating gangster from El Salvador, to prosecute him for human trafficking. Now, remember was it something Abrego? What's my man's name? Something Abrego. I forgot my man's name. Something Abrego. Excuse me, but that's when his wife said he had smacked her up and all that type of stuff. But then there's a video of him human trafficking, when the police pulled him over, and then they say, "Where you going?" Like, "I'm from Missouri. I'm going to Missouri." "Yes, Missouri." like, "Where are you from?" "Missouri." "Yes, I went to Missouri." "Yes, I go. I think I travel to Missouri." Like, do you mean Missouri? "Yes, Missouri. Yes, I go to what?" like, nigga, do you know how to say anything else other than Missouri? So if you haven't seen that video, that shit's hilarious. But my man was going to Missouri and he got pulled over and they let him go. They had to let him go because Biden and them told him don't snatch up any goddamn illegal immigrants. So he had to let him go. Fucking crazy. What up, Mike Santana? He went to Missouri. He lives in Missouri. So they brought him back because they were saying that you got to remember, they was caping. They went over there and shit. They went over there. They tried to get in the jail to see him. So one senator got in there to see him. And so they're claiming that the Supreme Court said there's a 9-1 ruling that said he had to bring him back. But that's not what they said. They said that they had to facilitate his return. Facilitate is a very specific term. It means to aid in a process that already exists. It does not mean to create the process. Whereas effectuate means to be the enforcement of a thing. So these judges knew what they were talking about. They're not stupid. They know the difference between effectuate and facilitate. They know the difference between that shit. They judges. They speak legalese. So Trump really didn't have to bring him back, but it was looking bad for him because they kept using it as a political football. They kept saying he needs to bring him back. He's violating the Constitution. He's violating court orders, and he needs to be impeached and all this and that type of shit, right? So that was the narrative that they kept going over. So Trump was like, all right, fuck this. You want to keep that narrative going? All right, let's do this then. I'll bring his ass back. We'll bring him back for sure. We'll bring him back. We're gonna bring his ass back. We're gonna charge him with a bunch of crimes that he committed over here in America. Throw his ass in jail, and then wait for his trial or whatever. Then once he gets convicted, send him to jail. And then once he finishes his sentence in jail, then we're gonna send this bitch ass back to fucking El Salvador. How about that? And then all the while, all you're gonna be doing is looking stupid on TV for caping, because we're basically what they brought him back for was so they can highlight all of his crimes. So they're gonna charge him with so many goddamn crimes. So they want to highlight all of his crimes so that it makes the Democrats look bad for caping for this dude. So he's like, yeah, we'll bring his bitch ass back for sure. For sure. Said he trafficked kids. Said he was trafficking all kind of people, children and everything. So, oh man, did I lose my light? I think I lost my light, y'all. Hold on. think I lost my light. Oops. Oops. Damn it. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. All right. I lost my light. so they're bringing my man back, and so they said he trafficked. This is what the DOJ just released. Excuse me. They found that he trafficked over 100 times. Yeah, go ahead and cape for that dude. 100 times he trafficked, not 100 people. Each trip was like at least about 10 to 20 people, at least. So he trafficked over 100 times in America. They found a lot of them being children. Where did those kids go? Where they at now? So he says, more likes family. Oh, I'm like, what y'all talking about in here? Said my boy changed the setup. I didn't change the setup. It's got a goddamn chair. It's got a goddamn chair that's comfortable. That's all. But so again, smuggling babies and whatnot. The Democrats say he's bringing them back because of the court order. So they're trying. This is their narrative. Trump is only bringing him back so he can save face because he violated the law. He knows he violated the law. It was 9-1. It was 9-1 Supreme Court order to bring him back. That's the only reason and that's all we wanted. That's all we wanted. We just wanted him to have his due process. We know he's a criminal, but if he's a criminal, they have to prove it in court. So that's all we wanted. That's all. Like, nah, bitch. They about to bring this motherfucker back and plaster your face with him till the midterm election. That's why he's bringing him back. The reason he brought him back is because Trump want to plaster this dude with the Democrats, especially next year when it really go down in 2026 for the midterm election. That's what he about to do. So he's like, all right, I'll bring him back. He'll have to be here for the midterms, and that's going to be great. I'll get to use him for the midterms. Thanks, Democrats. So let's see. So moving along. No, again, this illegal immigrant thing, y'all. The Democrats are on the wrong side of this shit, and mostly everyone agrees with Trump on the illegal immigrant shit. Like it's like a 90-10 topic. Like nobody, again, if you equate it to your house, if you equate your country to your house, it's really a no-brainer. You would not have somebody roll up in your house illegally or break in your house and then have them run the house or get to have the same privileges as the people in the house who pay rent. That just wouldn't happen. Logically, you would never have that happen. If somebody broke in your house, they get to run your house and have the same goddamn privileges in your house as the people who pay rent in the house. That doesn't work. So, but they don't think of it like that because they don't have to live with their people and it ain't their money. So it's always easy to spend somebody else's shit. There's a movie called Other People's Money. So always easy to spend other people's money. So moving along, some released emails from Biden's administration, from the prosecutor's office, shows a conspiracy to frame Donald Trump, prosecute him, and imprison him so that he would not win re-election. So remember, they kept saying that it was lawfare against him and all the rest of that shit. There's lawfare. They're using, and they were like, no, we're not using law. If you're a criminal, you're a criminal. No one's above the law. No one's above the law. So this is the shit, right? No one's above the law. Except Democrats, when they do shit, burn down cities and burn buildings and shit, tear up businesses. All the rest of it, no, they good. They good. So the operation was called Operation Arctic Frost. This is a real thing. They went in there, Trump went in there, they went in investigating to see what they was doing when they were in the DOJ. And they found that it was a operation called Operation Arctic Frost. And one of the main people behind it was Jack Smith, the prosecutor who was trying to get Trump. Jack Smith, he was the main dude behind it. They said the emails. So the emails say the Biden White House was directly responsible for the investigations. The Biden White House, not his administration, the White House. Now, again, Biden wasn't running nothing. Biden was he was in his fucking chair drooling. Yeah, can I get a sip of water? Yeah, can I get some water, please? Yeah, can I get some water? Thank you, Jill. Jill, is that your name? Jill? You're so kind. You're a kind lady, Jill. Thank you, Jill. This nigga didn't even recognize his goddamn wife. So you think this motherfucker was signing? He was doing anything? Hell no. He wasn't doing none of this shit. So who was in the White House running Operation Arctic Frost? It was Jill. Jill Biden and her administration. They said it was her chief of staff. Some dude, I forgot the dude's name. You can look it up. Jill Biden's chief of staff. You can Google it. That dude and Jill Biden and Hunter Biden was running the country. And from the White House, they told DOJ to go after Trump so that he wouldn't win re-election. Not a conspiracy, actual real fact. So so the White House prosecutor's office directly gave Trump, the prosecutor's office. This is the White House prosecutor's office, directly gave Trump's and Mike Pence's phones, old phones, to the DOJ to investigate him for crimes. The Biden White House, the prosecutor's office took Trump's, and because they get presidential phones or whatever, right? You don't get to use your own phone usually. You're supposed to have the phone by the president or whatever that's secured. So and then I think you got to get that phone up, and they supposedly wipe it. I think they supposedly wipe it when the president leaves. But they gave Trump's old phone and Pence's old phone to Biden's DOJ and said investigate him for crimes. They were specifically looking to throw this nigga in jail so that he couldn't run. Now you talking about lawfare? That's literally what it is. And they mad. Trump is going after he's going after his enemies. What the fuck did you just do? And you didn't hear nothing about this on none of the Democratic or the Democrat news channels. You didn't hear nothing about this shit. Again, go look it up. Operation Arctic Frost. And they crazy as hell. Which he says he needs to go to prison and have his booty. Charlie Mack. What you talking about up in here, Charlie Mack, you boy? Oh man. So yeah, that happened. They were talking all that bullshit about using law. They weren't using lawfare. Literally, that's what they did. So we don't want to hear nothing about investigations on the rest of them cats. We want to hear nothing about it. So moving along, here comes the bitch Trump. This is bitch ass Trump, or FAGA, not MAGA. This is FAGA. Trump has tapped Palantir to create a master database on every American, the new republic states. Again, I will say this again. Trump has tapped Palantir, the company Palantir, to create a master database on every American. Now, who is Palantir? Palantir is a data company that got their start, their first investment from the Department of Defense and the CIA. There was the initial investment was from the CIA and the DOD, Department of Defense. So now this we're supposed to trust them that this is a completely civilian company and they're going to be gathering Americans' information and not keeping this up and not doing something nefarious with it, not creating some type of so actually what they're doing is creating some type of profiling on you, some type of criminal profile, but it's not like a criminal profile. It's like a what is it? A profile of potentiality, like based off of your tweets, your Instagram posts, your Facebook posts, your YouTube videos, or what you watch on YouTube. That too. What you watching? Just what you watching. You ain't even got to be doing shit. If you watching some shit. So they put all of that together and say, this person might be crazy. Just saying. This nigga might be crazy. he might be a little nuts. Just saying, this is our assessment. Now you can do whatever you want with that, Trump. That's what he doing. So that literally is what's the movie? Y'all know the movie? Dude with the come on. the Tom Cruise. The pre-crime. Y'all know that movie? That's the pre-crime movie. What's that movie? Thank you, Minority Report. That's what this is. Without the psychics. I guess Palantir is the psychics. Palantir is they're gonna be the psychics in the pool. Gathering all of your information, everything on you, and putting it together and says, this person may be likely to do this. This person may be likely to do that. This includes facial recognition. So that includes when you do this on your phone, when you do that shit records your shit. They get that too. They get the facial recognition. Let me show y'all. Do you see what I got on my phone? Do you see that? You see that tape over that camera? Let me show y'all. You see this tape? I don't use face unlock. I'll take the extra couple of seconds to put my code in the phone. I don't use none of that shit. So I ain't with the bullshit. So the story goes, the Trump administration has sought access to detailed citizen data, including bank account numbers, student debt amounts, medical claims, and disability status. What? Disability status? Come on, man. From the government databases. Palantir has secured $113 million in federal contracts since Trump took office, with ongoing talks to expand its technology to the Social Security Administration and the Internal Revenue Service, according to 6 governmental officials and Palantir. Palantir's first investment was from the CIA. And they're going to use these laws basically against anti-Semitism. So this is what they're trying to do. This is the underlying reason of why they're doing it. Is to stop anti-Semitism, right? So they want to be able to profile people who can be an that's some bullshit ass term. But anybody who goes against New Khazaria, you're considered anti-Semitic. It's not going to work in America. America's not going to have it. You're not going to shut Americans up from talking. New Khazaria, It's not gonna pop off like that, bro. So excuse me. Uh just so you know, just be aware of that. Keep things on your phone. Make sure you're aware of your information. Your computer, on my computer, I got you can go on Amazon and get one of those slide things for the camera. It's a small little thing, and it's like a little slide window. So you can slide it you place it over the camera. If you want to open the camera, you can. You just slide it off. I would have one on here, but it falls off the phone too damn much, and I don't like the thickness of it. So, but I might buy one. But you can slide it on and off. So if you want to have access to your camera, you can. But if not, if you want to just close it up, you can. So you can get one of those. So moving along, now Trump, the DOJ is investigating. They doing an official investigation on the auto pen that Biden was using. We just said Biden wasn't running anything. So how was they getting everything across? It was all auto pen. Everything Biden signed was all by auto pen. And again, to use auto pen is legal, but the president has to officially authorize another person to use it. And it's rarely used. So, and it was only used one time to sign in law, and that's when Obama did it because he was in another place. He wasn't in Washington when he was signing the legislation when the legislation came up. So, he had to use it. He authorized the auto pen. But all of this, they're about to go in there and not just look at the pardons, because this is what they're saying. They're looking at the pardons, right? They said they're investigating whether he was competent when he issued these pardons. This is what the reason they're supposed to be going and looking at the auto pen stuff. However, they're going to look at everything that was signed during his administration. That's crazy. Everything that was signed during his administration. That mean that could blow up the whole goddamn presidency. His whole presidency could be blown up if everything was signed by auto pen and he didn't authorize it. And then when they do the investigation, he's going to have to go on the stand under oath or just under questioning, and he's going to have to say that yes, and they're going to go over each and everything that he signed. And he's going to have to remember, did you remember signing this? Do you remember telling somebody to sign this? Do you remember telling somebody to sign this with the auto pen? Every single one. And if he can't remember one of them, that's a wrap for his ass. That's a wrap. So he says Biden was constipated that Biden was constipated that day. You stupid. He says R.I.P. Sly Stone. Sly who? Sylvester Stallone? Get the fuck out of here. No, wait, Sly Stone, not Stallone. Oh shit, boy. They call him Sly Stallone. Sylvester Stallone is called Sly Stallone. That's his nickname. I thought it was Sylvester Stallone. Oh. You said Sly Stone? Sly Stone died? Oh, the Family Stone? What? Hey, yo, put that in there if that's what they talking about. Says he might go six under before that happens. Hey. You think well, because he got cancer or whatever. Now, they said they got it under control or whatever. So, I don't know, but they said they got it under control. But I think that that investigation is going to be soon. Like they're doing the investigation right now. So, they're going to probably have the questioning. Like they're going to subpoena people within the next couple months. So unless he kicks the bucket in the next couple months, he gonna be there. His ass is gonna be right there, and they gonna smash on him. Let's see. So that's gonna probably, that right there could probably unravel the government, if they go in there and really find that they did some faulty shit, especially with all that's how all this money was getting sent everywhere. That's how all this goddamn money was getting sent all over the place with auto pen. 7 billion here. And I mean, you've never seen that before. 5 billion over here, 2 billion over here. That was just killing it. That was auto pen. So they're gonna have to answer to that shit. They gonna have to answer to that shit, boy. So so he did? Sly Stone passed? It was Sly Stone? Rest in snap. Lung disease? Oh man. What? Oh yeah, peace, rest in power to Sly Stone. Peaceful journey, bruh. Man. So moving along, on Sunday, last Sunday, not this past Sunday, but the one before, because I was supposed to do this live stream on Saturday, but my eyes was a little messed up. But last Sunday, there was another alleged false flag tea attack in Colorado. You saw the dude with the Molotov cocktails. He had his shirt off. He was out there in the middle during protests for not a protest, but an activist. They were doing a march for in support of New Khazaria. See, all of this was just adding up too well. A march in support of New Khazaria. A dude just happens to just show up there and just with no shirt on, with Molotov cocktails, throwing them at people. Now, dumbass dropped one on himself, caught himself on fire. That's what you get, bitch. Should have burnt your ass up. Should have burnt you to a crisp. But but nobody died. Nobody died, but they did get burnt really bad. And then all of a sudden, again, just like in Washington, D.C., right on cue, soon as the camera get there, free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine, man. We got to free. Why is it as soon as that goddamn camera get there, boom, that free Palestine, all that Israel, blah, blah, just a genocide in Israel, blah, blah. But he didn't shit on Jewish people. He did say he distinguished Zionism. He said Zionist. So he did distinguish that they want to smash on Zionists, so to speak. So and not Jews. So they wanted to distinct because they'll try to say, well, you know how the FAGA, they'll come in and why is everybody so they're just trying to persecute the Jews? The anti-Semitism is just running rampant in America. The anti-Semitism, blah, blah. No, nobody hating on Jews. There's no one hating on Jews. That's bullshit. And then they'll say, you don't hate Zionism is just a way for you to, it's just a tool for you to say that you hate Jews, just a tool for you to use to hate Jews. What the fuck are you talking about? Why would anybody hate Jews? What is the reason just to hate Jews for just because? Nobody hating Jewish people just because they're living. Nobody out here doing that. That's bullshit. 2025 ain't nobody doing that. But the government in Israel, yeah, we'll smash on them bitches all goddamn day. And then though, it's becoming that the Khazarians over there, you got to smash on them too, because 80% of the people in New Khazaria, they agree with what Netanyahu bitch is doing. They agree with 80% of the people over there agree with what he's doing. So then that means it's collective karma that's coming back on New Khazaria. Because at first, if you thought it was just Netanyahu running rampant, running wild, and just doing and smashing on people, that's one thing. But if all the people agree with what he's doing, oh, y'all fucked up. That's fucked up. And you are going to get smashed on because of it. So, let's see. He set a bunch of people on fire. Oh, it says, one died in the attack. No one died. So it says, I was about to say, because I didn't read no one died. So yeah, no one died in the attack, but now another false flag. Everybody's caping for New Khazaria, but it's not like it was before though. Like before, when it was when it would be false flags before on New Khazarians, people would rally around and no, this is up, but it's too many that's happening. It's too coincidental. So most people are not caping behind these cats like that anymore. So, like I said, I've said this before, they were losing their standing in the world because of the atrocities that they're committing. And they think that they can just do all this because they control the world behind the scenes, like that dude told you, the Mossad dude told you. We create the stage. We create a whole movie, and where the world is our stage. We're the producers, the actors. He said that, the Mossad dude. You live in a fake ass world that we create. So this is just part of it. This is act 4, scene 2, as far as I'm concerned. So don't fall with the bullshit. So again, the New Khazarians, like I said, they up to their old tricks. This is the quote that he said from 60 Minutes, the Mossad agent. He said, "We've created a pretend world. We are a global production company. We write the screenplay. We're the directors, actors, and producers. The world is our stage." Unquote. Now you know when shit is popping off, who's doing it behind the scenes. They told you. So if you believe anything that's coming out of the New Khazaria at this point, you with the bullshit. And all the MAGA people and all that who be caping for him and like, I don't know, and design, they told you. Any one of them MAGA people who cape for New Khazaria or Israel right now, and that because Trump is for them. See, they didn't used to be for Israel like that, but because the party has moved in the line for New Khazaria, now all the people who were following in that party, now they have to fall in line. So all you have to do though is show them this Mossad video where he said they run the world, and then tell them the answer to that. What you got to say about that, bitch? When you sit up here and say that New Khazaria doesn't own America. No, they don't run America. That's not true. It's not true. America runs Israel. We're the bigger people. We're the ones who run everything. No, motherfucker. No. No. So, and I told you. So there was a vote at the UN to end the Ukrainian war. All of the countries voted yes, except US and New Khazaria, Israel. This just happened this week. There was a vote to end the war. All the countries said this war needs to end now. They all voted to end the war, and Israel and America. So it looks like Trump is still got a Khazarian ball lodged in his throat. It's maybe stuck down there under his larynx. I can't get it. It's ensconced. It's growing. It's attached to my throat. I'm trying to push it up. Get it out, Trump. Get the goddamn Khazarian ball out your throat, man. It's just sitting there. Because everybody's trying to say that he's trying to break away from New Khazaria. But soon as the UN votes to end the war, you say no, and you say that you are about ending wars. You don't want no wars, but the UN voted to end the war, and you said no. Yeah, buddy, don't look like does not look like Trump is about ending wars, like you said. So, like I said, Trump is making all the wrong moves karmically, and if he doesn't get it together, it's gonna come back to bite him in the ass for sure. This is all the wrong karmic moves, bruh. Yo, Teresa Pete, thank you for the Cash App. Everybody, make sure you hit the Cash App. Ain't seeing no Cash Apps, goddamn. Make sure you hit the Cash App. That's Real Nagas, the number 9. Anybody, the moderators, make sure you hit the Cash App in the chat, please. Make sure y'all support up in here, boy. Y'all see this new goddamn thing? I'll shut this whole shit down. It won't come back, goddamn it. So you see all this news I got in here, ain't even got halfway through it. So moving along, the Supreme Court, they ruled against reverse discrimination. Reverse discrimination. They ruled against it. What is reverse discrimination? So reverse discrimination, discrimination, most people think is when white people exclude melanated people. So reverse discrimination, Caucasians have come up with, is when other marginalized groups discriminate against them, solely Caucasian people. So, or straight people. Let me say that too. Also, so it's any marginalized group who discriminates against the dominant group, right? So if you're fruitopian, you are reverse discrimination would be you discriminating against straight people. If you're black or black, discrimination is you discrimination, or reverse discrimination is you doing it to Caucasian people. Excuse me. So a lot of people, they've been getting over with this for the last 4 years or 5 years in this woke era. This is where DEI, ESG, and all the rest of this has been reshaping America with the diversity, equity, inclusion, all that bullshit. Basically giving people a leg up when they didn't deserve it. So, people have been trying to get jobs and been getting fired because they were white or straight or both. And so this one lady, I think she was in Ohio, she got fired, and she's a Caucasian lady. She got fired and she sued because she got the people who replaced her was just all gay people. And she was more qualified than the gay people who got hired. So she was like, it's one thing if you hire gay people and they're more qualified than me. But if you hire gay people and I'm still more qualified, that's bullshit. So then it was hiring male gays as well. So I guess they were discriminating on her because she was a woman, also a white woman, because they were hiring melanated sisters. So she sued. Yeah, he said RuPaul versus Mr. T. RuPaul versus Mr. T. Oh, nigga. So so she won. First off, she sued and lost in both courts. Obviously, if it had to go all the way to the Supreme Court, she lost in both courts. And they said that the lower courts said the reverse discrimination, there was no such thing, and that there was a super high standard, basically, is what they were saying. If you need to prove, so for discrimination against of Caucasians against black people, you don't really need, there's not a high standard. But for reverse discrimination, there was something called a higher standard that they had to prove. Like they had to really prove, you had to have receipts, you had to show all of this, and you had to come with like the death grip of receipts in order to show that you were getting discriminated against. So the Supreme Court was like, nah, that's bullshit. If you don't have to show all of that on this side, why you got to show all of that on this side? So they ruled, I think it was it 9-0? I think it might have been 9-0 against reverse discrimination. So you can't discriminate. So this is how melanated people have been getting jobs and all kind of shit lately. So this is about to be fucked up for all you woke DEI motherfuckers who've been getting jobs because you was just melanated, or because you was a woman, a melanated woman, a gay melanated woman, all of that shit. That's a wrap. That's a rapola. Now, you know who else was getting discriminated against in this thing was also melanated men. See, this is the untold thing. See, Caucasian men think, oh, it was just us we were getting discriminated against because we were at the top of the food chain and you're trying to take us down. Well, that's partially true. That's what's happening. You said it was unanimous. It was unanimous, Mel. So yeah, unanimous, 9-0. They said y'all can't discriminate. So melanated men are getting discriminated against too. You don't see, like, when you will see there is a there is a lessening of Caucasian protagonist in movies and things of that nature right now. The hero and stuff like that, the main person, but they're replacing them with mostly women and gay people, not black men, or they're replacing them also, or if the man is black, if he's black, he's gay. It ain't no straight male, but melanated males. That's doing the replacing. So why is that? Why are they not also putting black males in these places? Why? Because we are the most masculine. Melanated men are the most masculine men in the world by science. Caucasian people, go yell at the scientists. Melanated men have more testosterone than any other race in the planet. That's, go look it up. Go Google it right now. So, so if you're trying to take down masculinity, are you going to put a straight brother in the movies? Hell no. We trying to take that shit down. We ain't trying to put Debo in the movie. We ain't trying to do that shit. We ain't trying to put Suge Knight in no movie. We are melanated gangsters. We ain't trying to put Lonzo from Training Day. That was the masculine. My nigga. Tell me Denzel wasn't the most masculine nigga in Training Day. Lonzo was off the chain. Lonzo was off the goddamn chain, boy. Wasn't no bitch in Lonzo at all. Not so ever. And they can't have that if they're trying to emasculate men and bring your testosterone down and lower your aggression. They can't have you as the super aggressive hero whooping ass, super muscular dude. You don't see, look at what's on TV right now in movies and shit. You don't see super masculine dudes in TV no more. In movies, you see these little soy motherfuckers, these soy blooded ass motherfuckers, soy infused ass niggas with they little curly hair and they little manscaped ass hair and and they little glasses and they facials and all the rest of that bullshit. Get your frilly ass out of here. Trust you, I ain't calling none of them bitch ass niggas if I need in a fight. These are the motherfuckers that nobody would call in a fight. That's who they want, like Pedro Pascal, who's gonna be the lead for Fantastic Four. He's the biggest bitch. And it hurts me to say that because he's the Mandalorian. He's the dude behind the Mandalorian mask, but he's not in the suit, so that kind of helps me out. He's not really the dude doing the ass whooping in the show. He's just the voice. So that kind of helps me. But that dude, Pedro Pascal, is the biggest bitch in the universe. Talking about he feels that there's nothing more that he feels. He feels his best being led by a strong woman. I think that's what he said. He's at his best when he's being led by a strong woman, a strong, powerful woman. That's the bitches that they want to portray and put out into the world because they want the rest of the little young cats seeing that and then trying to model themselves after that. No. They don't want you to see Captain America's and all the rest of that no more. And Captain America, and that he's the most masculine dude, but Captain America whoop ass. Falcon is masculine. As far as, that shit goes. He ain't no bitch. But they don't want you to see that no more. So, soy motherfuckers, y'all can go to hell. If you soy infused, you get the fuck away from me. I don't want to catch nothing. Is that shit contagious? Hey, 6 feet. You heard what they said? 6 feet. It's not COVID. Yeah, it is. I don't know what it ain't. You got soy COVID. You got Soviet. You got Soviet. Nigga, you got Soviet, my nigga. I ain't fucking with you, nigga. That shit is contagious. This is the new shit. Soviet-19. Hey, I'm gonna make me a goddamn shirt. Say no Soviet-19. Oh, real quick, everybody. Once y'all go to realnagas.com, I got a new line of shirts. I'll wear one. They'll be coming soon. I got a line of new
FAFO shirts off the chain. Go check them out right now. I just did a whole line. They're like 20, 30, 20 something shirts, different designs, but like artful designs. I got some boondock designs in there, FAFO with the boondocks on there. Go check them out. They off the chain. Yo, put the link in the chat for me, you guys. Next week I'll have a couple of them to show you guys. They should be here by next week. But man, F around and find out. Now, why did I create a line of FAFO? Fuck around and find out shirts. Why did I do that? Just because I was trying to jump on that? No. FAFO, fuck around and find out, is actually universal law. It's cause and effect. Fuck around and find out is literally cause and effect. It's when you don't believe something is real, you test it to see if it's real. Basically, you put out the energy into the universe, and whatever you do, when that energy that you put out is going to come back on you. Fuck around and find out is cause and effect. It's the law of cause and effect, or the universal law of cause and effect, just coded, just artfully told. So I created a whole line of FAFO shirts that are off the chain. Got beautiful designs in Ernie Barnes. You know who Ernie Barnes is? The dude who painted the Good Times. The Good Times paintings. You seen the Good Times? Everybody know about Good Times. Everybody know about Good Times. So I got designs in the inspiration of Ernie Barnes, the FAFO shirts, some Afrocentric FAFO shirts that are encoded. It just looks like African Afrocentric art design, but it says FAFO inside the design. Man, go check them out. Go check them out. Again, realnagas.com. Just go to if you're at the top of the page, you go to merch shop. If you can see the clothing, it's at the merch shop at the top. So make sure you support. And or go to the Naga Knowledge Shop. Make sure you get this damn book. Make sure you get this book right here, number 1 and 2, so you can get the whole police stop law package for free. Like I said, this week, because I didn't send anybody's package out last week, I'm going to hook you up with the deal. Anytime I miss a week, I hook you guys up with the deal. So you get all 5 flashcards this week till Friday. That's when I go mail it. So if you don't, if anybody who missed out, though, I'm going to mail you. I'm going to the post office tomorrow. So anybody who ordered last week, I'm going to the post office tomorrow to mail your stuff. But if you order this week, today, tomorrow, up until Thursday, I'll give you these because I'm going Friday. So that way you support. And also the Cash App. Make sure you hit the Cash App. Donate to my Chicken of the Wood Shawarma Fund. You know, I'm on my cleanse. I gotta find good food. It's hey, eating healthy is is a hard thing. So make sure you support Real Nagas, the number 9 on the Cash App. Appreciate you. So moving along, so no more reverse discrimination. That's off the chain. Moving along, the FBI, they seized Fauci's phones and hard drives. What? Say what? So the FBI, they got Fauci. They coming after him. They don't know what's on the phones and hard drives yet, but the phones and hard drives that he was using when he was in the NIH, they went and got them bitches. Fauci, my kneesy. So of course he got the pardons, right? So even if they find something, he's pardoned for writing. He said tofu shawarma fun. I don't eat tofu, bro. I don't do soy, man. I don't do soy, bro. I don't do soy, man. Easy. I don't do that shit. Now, unless it creeps in my food if I go to a restaurant or something like that, or if they put it in, some of the products that I use, but I don't. Nobody. So you say you can't stand Fauci? Yep. They seized his phones. Well, good for you. They seized his phones and his hard drives. So if he was the one behind creating the CV19 and the whole Pandeezy is about to come out. Oh shit. Fauci is shitting bricks right now. You understand? Fauci is shitting bricks right now. Every time he drops one, it's so damn hard it forces him in the air. Sorry, Fauci. They coming for you, my news. So let's see what it says. So the Trump administration has recovered a cell phone and hard drives used by Dr. Fauci during the CV-19 pandemic. The president's FBI chief has revealed. Speaking Thursday on the Joe Rogan Experience, FBI Director Kash Patel described the discovery as a great breakthrough in the government's ongoing investigation into the origins of the pandemic and the federal response. Okay, now can't necessarily believe everything Kash Patel says because he was supposed to release the Epstein files, and he says Epstein killed himself, which is, we know that's bullshit. We know that's bullshit. The doctor who examined him, which was Epstein's brother, had an independent forensics dude examine him, and he said that the collarbone was broken like somebody choked him. In all of his 50 years of being a pathologist or whatever, and being a forensic scientist, he had never seen the collarbone broken like that from hanging. It's always from getting choked out. So this is the expert, 50 years. He said, never seen it. Never seen that shit. So all of a sudden, no, this is the first time it ever happened. But Kash Patel says he killed himself. Yeah, sure, Cash. But in this instance, this is the Fauci thing. Patel said investigators had long struggled to locate devices Fauci used while serving as chief medical advisor to the White House. Records that could shed light on the key decisions surrounding lockdowns, mask mandates, and ties between Fauci's former agency and the Wu-Tang Laboratory. The Wu-Tang Laboratory central to the lab leak theory. Wu-Tang. I hate mixing those two names, but you know how YouTube be. Gotta encode the words. So during the episode where Patel shared a cigar with Rogan and touched on topics ranging from COVID-19 to UFOs, he revealed that the FBI had recovered the phone and hard drives just days before the interview was recorded. Patel did not clarify when the phone was in use, how investigators verified its connection to Fauci, or how the devices were obtained, nor did he disclose what the FBI's multiple investigations into the pandemic's origin have uncovered so far. Yeah, Cash done lost his damn mind. He full of shit. Epstein killed himself. And he was the main dude. Him and Bongino was the main cats talking about, I need to see the files. Where's the file? Show me all the. Now show us then, Cash, since you was the main dude talking about show us every goddamn thing when you wasn't in office, when you wasn't the FBI dude. Now that you there, show it. You don't got to show victims. Just show the list. Show just everything that only has to deal with Epstein. That's all you have to show. He keeps talking about we need to find the best way to release it to the public. We're just searching for the best. What the fuck do you mean? The best way to release it to the public? Just release it. You full of shit, man. Kash Patel is full of shit. Straight up. Because they're Khazarian ball garglers and they have to hide New Khazaria. They have to do everything in their power to hide Israel in those goddamn files. So they can't release them. So when they say that we're doing everything in the best way to find the best way to release it to the public, that means we redacting everything about Israel. Just hold on. It's thousands and thousands of pages of shit, and we got to redact everything about Israel or New Khazaria before we give it to you. So just hold on. And when we redact all of that shit and then tell you it's because it was victims, when you get it and it's all redacted, they're going to say, oh, those are victims' names. Those are victims. Yeah, Israel is a victim. So that's what he's doing. So he goes, Patel did not clarify about, I read that. It is unclear exactly when the phone was in use. When the phone was in use and how they verified it belonged to Fauci. Patel did not specify how they seized it or what the team's multiple investigations thus far on the origins of COVID have found. He also warned against drawing premature conclusions, noting that everything's not necessarily in there and that potentially relevant data may have been already erased. Still, Patel called the discovery a victory for the American people and said his team is actively reviewing the contents of the devices. He's not going to release that if it says that America is the one who created it and released it. You think he's gonna release that shit if in the files he finds out that Fauci was behind the whole damn thing for the last 20 years, and you in America and all these American politicians and all that shit was in on it? He's not gonna about to release that. Hell no. There's no way in hell he's gonna do that. So then he says the DOJ. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, but you still have. Oh, he says, but you still are not going to get the Epstein files. So you better take this victory instead. This is basically what everybody else is saying. You're not going to get the Epstein files, so you need to take this victory instead. So this is basically the FBI and the DOJ. They think we're going to give you so many criminal victories, just criminal, victories on criminals who the FBI should have been bringing in all along. We're going to give you so many of those type of victories that you're going to forget about the FBI files. I mean, the Epstein files. You're going to forget about the JFK files, the RFK files, because they still were supposed to release more on RFK. They released that little bit and said, that's it. You didn't hear nothing else about it. You see how they just totally forgot about that shit, or thought you forgot about it? It's supposed to be more files on RFK, but nothing. What happened to the MLK files? What happened to Martin Luther King? You ain't gonna get that shit either. See? So what the FBI is gonna do, they're gonna just give you a bunch of victories on criminals. We tracked down this child offender. We tracked down this drug ring. We tracked down this terrorist ring. We tracked down. They're gonna try to say we give you so many wins, but no, nigga, where are the files, bitch? Fuck that. That's cool. Where the files at? Where the files at, Cash? So those victories are cool. Excuse me, but we want to know about the traffickers, the child, we want to know about those, and the child and the diddlers, the kid diddlers. Where they at? Because they still doing it. They still doing it. What happened to the 300,000 kids that crossed the border that was lost? What happened to them? Mm-hmm. See, this is the bullshit. This is the bullshit that they do. So we'll see. So moving along in Skittle news. So woke school programs a woke school program turns beloved children's character trans and warns of racist babies. So I'll say that again. This is the headline. They don't use full sentences sometimes. A woke school program turns a beloved children's character trans and warns of racist babies. So it says a woke school program turned a beloved child's character transformed and warned teachers of racist babies, according to a new report. Damn, I don't know why did they do that? They wrote the headline twice in their article. Come on, man. Y'all better do better. So it says Head Start, a federally funded educational program for children aged 3 to 5, held webinars that said infants discriminate between faces by race. Again, they held a seminar where they just said infants discriminate between faces by race, and that babies can categorize people by gender or race according to a functional government initiative report. Babies can recognize gender when they have no idea what that is, or race when they have no idea what that is until you tell them. A child has no idea what none of the no fuckery is. No fuckery ideal, no messed up. They don't have anything about that until the parent or some adult introduces that to the child. Otherwise, they would never know. They wouldn't know a goddamn thing. You ever see the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito? Just Five Nights at Diddy's. You stupid. Anybody ever seen Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger? First of all, you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, go watch that movie. Great damn movie. Danny DeVito was at his best. That's when Danny DeVito was in his best. But in the movie, the twins, one is a bad twin, one is a good twin. Danny DeVito, little midget, so one is high, Arnold Schwarzenegger, super swole, all tall and shit. Danny DeVito, all midget and shit. Oh, excuse me, or I don't know what the hell they call these motherfuckers today, but little niggas. And so he's a little dude, and they're supposed, they're brothers, and they get separated at birth because they was born in the lab. If you ain't seen it, the movie's like 40 years old, so goddamn. Like literally, the movie's about 35 years old. So if you haven't seen it, spoilers. So they was birthed in the lab. They test tube babies. And then one of the babies, Arnold, he was taken to an island, and where he was taken care of, he was loved, he was given nutrients, nurtured, and given good food, and where health and worked out and all that type of stuff. So he grew up to be this awesome dude, this crazy, super smart cat, but he was naive to the world. But he was very like he had this like almost comic book type of morality. This is, like a Superman type of morality. Superman, the morals of Superman is not real. Nobody's gonna be that good, right? But Arnold Schwarzenegger had this type of morality, right? Because he grew up on the island and he grew up reading books about being good and all that type of stuff. He was fed with that information. Danny DeVito, on the other hand, when they took him, he got put into reform school, foster care, reform schools, went to jail, all that type of stuff. So he was introduced to the negative shit. So when they first met, when they got together, Arnold Schwarzenegger had no concept of evil, or he had no concept for it because he wasn't introduced to it on the island that he was on. So when people were bad and mean towards him, he was nice towards them. He had no idea they were trying to be a bitch ass, or they were trying to mess him up. So this is the things what I'm saying. With children, a child will have no idea about race or whatever the hell that is until you introduce it to them. So it says a series of 2020 webinars focused on anti-bias and anti-racism strategies were distributed to teachers, parents, and children, and specifically claimed that babies can start to discriminate at 3 months. Babies can start to discriminate at 3 months. At 6 months, babies can classify people by race and gender before they use racial categories to reason about others, and may use race to choose playmates as toddlers. The presentation reviewed by FG. What? They're sitting up here saying that babies won't play with another baby based off its race. Is that the dumbest thing you ever heard? Anybody who's ever been into a goddamn a preschool or a preschool or even just a daycare, you see all them kids playing with each other. They have no concept of race and all that until you tell them. They're all friends. When I was a kid and I went to private school, I had all kind of friends. I had Mexican friends, I had white friends. One of my homeboys was named Patel, Neelish Patel. Still remember him. I ain't seen Neelish Patel, and since I was in we was it like 6? I don't think I've seen Neelish Patel since I was 6. And I still remember Neelish Patel. Shout out to Neelish Patel. That was the homie. So again, kids have no concept of race and all the rest of this bullshit until you introduce it to them. At 6 months, they can recognize they choose their playmates based off of race. Come on, man. This is them trying to implement that DEI bullshit. This is them trying to implement that DEI bullshit and critical race theory. So that they say, oh, kids can be racist from birth. So you have to teach them from birth not to be racist. You got to teach them. This is what happens. So this is the bullshit they're trying to do, right? Would you say? He says, what nonsense? Yep. I've worked with a lot of children. It's just bullshit. It's just straight bullshit. Anybody who's been around a bunch of kids know these kids don't see no damn race. They just want to play. That's all kids want to do is play. That's it. They want to play. Shit. So if you steal a kid's, if one kid steals another kid's toy, then you got a problem. That's a problem right there. But race? Come on, man. That's the bullshit. By age 5, some children express preference for their own race. This is what it says. And have learned many of the same racial attitudes as adults by the time they go to kindergarten. The study found. The national program run by Dr. Deborah Bergeron at the time also proposed that children's activities needed to become more inclusive. There it is. Diversity, equity, inclusive. So there it is. Needed to become more inclusive, including the traditional nursery rhyme, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. What the hell you got against Old MacDonald, bitch? I'll come for every one of you motherfuckers right now. You try to take out Old MacDonald, bitch. Don't fuck around with Old MacDonald. I will come for every one of you bitches. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. But a cow here, and the moo there, and the here, the moo. Come on, man. God damn it. You don't take away Old MacDonald. Here, moo, there, moo, everywhere, moo. Don't MacDonald had a farm. Like, come on, man. You can't take away Old MacDonald. Instead of the jingle's classic Old MacDonald Had a Farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm, he had a pig, Head Start switched the famous lyric to this. There, you want to hear? Here you go. You want to hear it? Here you go. They switched the old lyric to Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm, he, she, they had a pig and a he, she, they had a pig. What? Not he had a pig. And on that farm, he had a pig. Not he. He, she, they had a pig. What the fuck we doing, y'all? Excuse me, not what the fuck we doing. What the fuck are they doing? What the fuck are they doing? You fucking up Old MacDonald, bitch? That's a staple. That's how kids learn about the goddamn animals. Don't fuck with Old MacDonald. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? He, she, they. I will smack the shit out of all y'all. Do not change Old MacDonald. The fuck out of here, man. And on that farm, he, she, they had a pig. E-I-E-I-O. That's what they want to do. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he, she, they had a pig. E-I-E. That don't even go. He, she, they had a pig. He, she, they had a pig. Oh, my God. Every goddamn time for each animal, you got to say he, she, they. That's not popping. Ain't popping. He, she, they. Head Start also pushed transformer ideology by referring to pregnant women as pregnant people, excuse me, as pregnant people or birthing parents, according to the program's social media post. So they're flipping these kids' minds. See? Take your damn kids out of school. It's over in public school for them. On this farm, he, she, they had a pig. E-I-E-I-O. And the moo-moo here and the moo-moo there. No, that's the oink. Excuse me. The pig is the oink, oink here and the oink, oink there. No! We ain't doing it. I'm putting my foot down, goddammit. You ain't taking no McDonald's, goddammit. You ain't taking it. Come smack shit out of all y'all. So take your kids out of school, please. Moving along, a leaked medical report proves Iman Khalif, which is the boxer, the Olympic boxer who smacked shit out that girl, is a biological male in a bombshell claim about the Olympic boxer. Now we knew. So the report, remember they took a test. It was that one and a Chinese boxer was supposed to be dudes or some type of weird amalgamation or some shit. Some type of new form motherfucker. Where they was both. Supposedly. But then the leak things come out and said no, because it was the Russians. Remember, this was the Russians who took the test. And so the Russians, I guess, somehow got the test leaked and said, no, that's a male. That's a dude. Straight up. That's straight up dude. It says the results of a medical test on Olympic champion Iman Khalif at the 2023 World Championship has suggested the boxer is a biological male. The alleged results come less than 2 days after the World Boxing ruled Khalif would need to undergo sex screening to be eligible for any future appearances in female events. So now, from now on, the dude got to go get tested for testosterone. Because everybody knew. Do y'all remember when they found out when the girl, they was in the match and the girl, she got popped in the face with the strap. I think it was a jab. I think it was just like a regular jab. It wasn't even like a power punch. She said, "Bow." That girl took off and she like, she took off her shit immediately. Was like, no, I mean, hit that girl so hard. That girl, I have two cheeseburgers and some policies and a glass of Kool-Aid and I'll give me 2 fried chickens and some pancakes and some hot dogs and syrup. Wait, hot dogs and syrup? Yeah, give me some hot dogs and syrup. And she just started ordering food in the middle of the ring. She got hit so hard. She didn't know what the fuck happened. You want wait, what's that order again? Hold on. What's that order again? 2 Big Macs, policies, policies and pancakes. Okay, pancakes, okay. And hot dogs with syrup. Okay, got it. Hot dogs with syrup. Yeah, and oh wait, and Kool-Aid. Yeah, and cool. Okay, sorry, I got it. Be right back. Knocked the shit out that bitch. She knocked the shit, or he knocked the shit out that bitch. So found out that he's a dude, as we all knew. We know he's a dude. Says Khalif won a women's boxing gold medal representing Algeria at the Paris Games last summer. Khalif was deemed eligible to compete in France despite World Boxing having known about the 2023 test more than a year earlier. So they already knew. They knew. With the IOC president Thomas Bach previously questioning the test's legitimacy. Chromosome analysis reveals male karyotype, male karyotype, the document seen by 3 Wire Sports. Let me read that again. Chromosome analysis reveals male karyotype, excuse me, the document seen by Three Wire Sports via Telegraph Sports states. So that was weird writing, but apparently the male karyotype. So it says it had male karyotype. The chromosome had a male karyotype. And then it says a legal expert, though, has revealed why Iman Khalif is unlikely to be stripped of his Olympic gold despite the emergence of the leaked medical report. Professor of laws at Duke University or Duke Law School, professor of laws at Duke Law School explained the IOC would not revoke medals won by athletes who were eligible according to the rules it set for the boxing competition in Paris. Why? Because it's unlikely because the eligibility rules by the IBA and now the WB or the WB, I guess this World Boxing, whatever, those rules did not require competitors to be biologically female. So the IBA and the WB rules say that you don't say that you actually have to be a female in female boxing, technically. So I guess if a woman is willing to scrap with a dude in those, you know, in the IB, whatever, what is the IBA and International Boxing Association, and on the WB, that's world. It's I don't know what WB is, but if they choose to fight a dude, they can do it. I guess they can do it. But this dude's he gonna be able to keep that gold medal because there's nothing that says that you had to be a girl to jump in the ring, which is crazy. When you jumping in the ring with women and you a big ass dude knocking the shit out of that's just crazy to me. So we knew that was a dude. Now it's excuse me. Now it's being shown or it came out. So moving along, still in Skittle news, a Miami police officer was found innocent of assault and battery charges on a transformer after the transformer lied about their gender. Sex, really. It's not gender. The officer and the transformer, that sounds like a goddamn movie, right? The officer and the gentleman. The officer and the transformer. Please don't make that movie, Hollywood, because damn sure Hollywood would make that goddamn movie. No one needs to see that movie, Hollywood. Do not make the movie The Officer and the Transformer. But it says the officer and the transformer go back to his apartment. So this is what happened. The officer and the transformer went back to his apartment where some stuff went down. Or stuff was getting ready to go down. And the transformer FAFO'd. The transformer fucked around and found out because this is why they get smacked up. If any of them are getting smacked up, this is the reason. You can't be tricking people. You can't be tricking people. I mean, come on, man. If it's a dude, and sometimes they be shaving their Adam's apple and shit now, so that you can't be telling about that when you look for the Adam's apple, like Martin used to say, the Adam's apple, the Adam's apple. Everybody remember Martin when he was with the Hollywood people, and what was it? I think it was when he was with Varnell Hill. Did you miss me? Remember he was doing it was Tommy Davis and Varnell Hill, and then Martin had to go to Hollywood, went to Hollywood to be on the Varnell Hill show, and then like backstage he saw the and he was like, it's the Adam's apple. Because I think Tommy was tricked. I think it was Tommy who was tricked by he said, Tommy, check the Adam's apple. That shit was hilarious. So I guess they're getting the Adam's apple shaved. So you can't tell. Which is crazy. So the cop, so basically the cop kicked the transformer out. And the transformer didn't want to leave. The transformer didn't want to leave, so the cop had to forcibly remove the transformer. So the transformer or the Decepticon, they got upset. Then they called the police and said they were assaulted, and it was a transformer hate crime. They said they were assaulted, and it was a transformer hate crime. Yeah, it was catfished all day. Yep, that dude was catfished all goddamn day, and so they got mad and tried to report him to the police. Transformer hate crime. So the police went back and said that they kicked the door. They went. No, they didn't kick the door in, but they went. And they talked to him. He came out and said what's happening. They arrested the officer, police officer. They arrested him. Now he's a brother too. The officer is a brother in Miami. He looked like, or maybe Puerto Rican because he light skinned with curly ass hair and shit. So he might be Dominican or Cuban, or I mean, there's a bunch of niggas out there. You don't know what the hell he is. He could be all kind of shit. He could be Argentinian. He could be anything. Out in Miami, but damn. So it says now the transformer again charged him, and then all came about. Then the officer got off. Now I say again, the transformer got off light because cats out here are getting shot for doing that shit. I did a story on that maybe a year ago about the dude who went to jail because he got some scully. He was getting scully from a chick from a club, or he thought was a chick from a club in the car. He thought he was getting some dome from an actual real woman, and then turned out it wasn't a real woman. That nigga lost his mind. When you do that to somebody, an actual straight male, it's grape. G-R-A-P without the G. E, excuse me. G-R-A-P-E without the G. It is grape because you are taking advantage of what this person believes you are. You're taking advantage of it. You know this person doesn't know who you really are, and you're taking advantage of that shit. It's the same thing as when they say a woman goes to a club and she gets drunk, and the male gets her drunk, and then the man still, and even if both the man and the woman get drunk, this is real. Even if the man and the woman get drunk, the man is still responsible. If the woman says that she was taken advantage of, she was SA'd, the man is still responsible, even if both of them got drunk. So right now, this is you manipulating the situation, and that cop could have did a whole lot more. As far as I'm concerned, nigga, as far as I'm concerned, you deserve whatever came back your damn way after that shit. Sorry, you deserve it. That was all. It's called karma. You deserve whatever the hell came your way after that. So it sucks for the and this is a true Decepticon. See, this is why I call them Decepticons. You Transformers are Decepticons. You deceived them. Decepticons mean you're deceiving somebody. Deception. That is why they are the Decepticons. Megatrons, Starscream, Soundwave. So, he says, that's not, what y'all talking about? Oh, or Cuban. I said Cuban. I didn't say Cuban. I thought I said Cuban, B. I'm Cuban, B. shout out to the homie from Half Baked. I'm Cuban, B. Yes, Cuban B. Anybody remember that from Half Baked? When he tried to tell homeboy, he called him. He said, "Your little Mexican friend right here." He said, "I'm Cuban, B." Yes, Cuban B. So moving along. In science and the weird, not too much popping into science and the weird, I guess. This not too much actually. Really, it wasn't even a lot happening in science this week. But there was a popular YouTube video was fueling nauseating health crimes. So I put this in there because I'm on some health thing right now, so I had to tell you this. Popular YouTube video fueling nauseating health crisis. These parasites are here in the U.S. Parasites in your food, apparently. Nearly every single freshwater fish in Southern California may be riddled with parasites that could cause serious health issues in humans. Now it says California, but it's not just California. Uh, however, scientists say, excuse me, however, scientists who found the parasites said the threat could endanger millions throughout the US after finding dozens of popular YouTube videos that were promoting misinformation about the raw fish. Researchers from University of California at San Diego revealed that a staggering number of 93% of the 84 freshwater fish they examined carried two species of trematodes. Anybody know what a trematode? A trematode, excuse me, which are parasitic worms that infect people who eat raw, uncooked fish. If you're a sushi eater, not the other type of sushi, but if you the real sushi eater, you better watch out. These freshwater species include bluegills, largemouth bass, green sunfish, bluegill green sunfish hybrids. I ain't never heard of most of these damn fish. Red deer sunfish, black crappies. What the fuck is that? What the hell is a black crappie? Black crappie and common carp. I know what a carp is, but all the rest of these, bluegill, largemouth. I know what a bass is. All right, green sunfish, bluegill, green sunfish hybrid, red deer sunfish, black crappie. That is a fish. Why would the hell would you eat a fish? Why would you eat a fish called black crappie? There's no way you can get me to eat a fish called black crap. Black crap? E. Excuse me. Black crap? E. Not doing it. Black crappie. Two species of flatworms discovered, which is haplochlorus. Well, excuse me. Damn, what the fuck? Haplorchus. Damn, I think that's it. Haplorchus pumaleo. Haplorchus pumaleo. I'm trying, goddamn. And Centrocystus formosanus. God damn. What is that name? Formosanus. Typically cause stomach problems, weight loss, and fatigue in people. Now, don't tell people the damn tapeworm is going to cause them weight loss. You're going to have a whole bunch of fat ass people out here going to eat sushi. It's about to be a sushi fucking sushi stampede in this bitch. You about to get a bunch of a fucking super pounded people rushing to goddamn sushi places. A tapeworm was a worm make me lose weight. All I gotta do is eat. That's it. Eat and I can lose weight. All right. No, don't go do that shit. However, the research team warned that particularly severe infections can lead to heart attacks and strokes from these parasites. So that's why I'm doing my cleanse right now. You got to get the parasites out. If you eat bullshit, got to get parasites out. Now, I don't eat a bunch of bullshit or a bunch of sugar, but them damn Dewey's fudge chocolate cookies had me going, baby. Them damn, y'all was talking about, y'all had a bunch of comments about Dewey's. Man, I didn't know y'all knew. I didn't know people knew about Dewey's like that. That was the first introduction. My first introduction to Dewey's cookies was the what is it? The ginger cookies. So they have ginger cookies. Those are pretty good. And that was the only time I had seen Dewey's, and I thought that was the only cookie they had. And then I saw the fudge chocolate. I was like, what? Hold up, player. So I went and got me some Dewey's, and the rest is history. And boy, I binged out on them cookies. I knew I was going to cleanse. If I wasn't having a cleanse, I wouldn't have binged so hard. But man, I binged out on them cookies. So now I got to do my cleanse and get all the bullshit out. So if you have parasites, Get them out. Do your cleanse. You got to do it. I know eating crap is good, but you gotta, if you do the bad stuff, then you gotta have the discipline and do the good stuff. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. Nobody in particular. No one specific. So just saying. Then it says the researchers added that Americans don't often think about freshwater fish having parasites, but the outbreak has already found its way in Texas, Florida, and Utah. See, it's not just California. So Texas, Florida, Utah, y'all all have the shit. Not just me. Then it says an ecologist at UC Santa Barbara institution. These parasites said that these parasites are here in the U.S. and they're infecting the fish and that people are eating. So watch out. And I like, and I can eat fish too on my damn, but I don't eat any of this fish. So I eat fish. Just so you know, guys, if you do a cleanse and stuff like that, fish is very good for you. Just so you, if you don't know, fish is very good for you to eat on cleanses. Has great omega-3s. You need fat. Fat is very good for your body. There's a documentary on Netflix right now called Fat. Fat something. Damn, what is this shit called? It's called Fat something. It's on Netflix. It just came out like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Called Fat something, but it teaches you about fat because most people think eating fat is bad, and it's really not. Like, depends on the type of fat that you eat. Like, you don't want to eat too much saturated fat or trans fat. Even saturated fat is not necessarily that bad for you. The new studies found, but trans fats, that's the stuff in all those seed oils and all that type of stuff. Those are bad. Those would clog your arteries and make your arteries super hard so they break. So it necessarily doesn't clog your arteries, but that stuff make your arteries very brittle and petrified. So then the arteries break and they crack. So, or they split. So that's what you don't want to eat. But fat is actually good. So eating fish is good. You say cod liver oil. Okay. It says raw butter and fish oil. Yep. Raw butter. Yep. Raw butter has good fat in it. Peanut butter. Just organic peanut butter. Almond butter. Good fat in that. But definitely fish. Fish is so good for you. They did that study on the reason they found this out because of the Eskimos. So they were like, Eskimos only eat fish. They don't eat no vegetables because can't no vegetables grow in up there where they at. They eat no vegetables whatsoever. Not a goddamn carrot, not a goddamn broccoli, nothing. It's too cold for any goddamn vegetables to grow up there. So they only eat fish. And they went and did test studies on them, and it said the Eskimos are among the healthiest people they ever seen ever in the history of health. And all they eat is fish. That's it. So again, fish is really good for you. It says, don't all fish have parasites? No, I don't. I mean, I'm not aware of that. Not that I'm aware of, but maybe all flesh things have parasites at some point if they eating. Depends on what it is, but it doesn't necessarily matter because you usually cook it. When you cook the parasites, they die. So except pork. Pork has a parasite that's called I think it's called the needlehead parasite. It might be something different. And shout out, I learned this from this is my first introduction when I was getting into consciousness. The cat who had a presentation on this was Dr. B. If you ever seen you've been to Bro Rich, shout out to Bro Rich, but Black Magic 363, he has Dr. B on there all the time. And he was giving a presentation out here in a place called the Good Life. It was a melanated owned vegan spot. So he was giving a presentation out there, and he showed this pinhead worm, and he was talking about the pork, and he was talking about how when you cook meat or whatever, you usually kill the parasites within the meat. But he showed this needlehead whatever, and he showed it, and how when you heat it up in the meat in the pork, it doesn't die. It curls. It like Man, when he showed it, they showed the heat on it, curled up like that and went back more into it went away from the heat in the meat to a pocket in the meat where the heat wasn't. So if you don't cook your meat evenly, the parasite would just go to a part of the meat where you ain't cooked it that well, or it's not at the heat that kills it. Holy shit. When he showed that, I was like, oh, I haven't eaten pork since that day. I haven't eaten pork since then. That was disgusting. That boy, man, Dr. B, boy, you almost, boy. Goddamn you, Dr. B. But he did that to me. Dr. B made me stop eating pork and beef too. He made me stop eating that shit. But that needle nose parasite that he showed that went in there, I was like, oh! That was the most disgusting shit. What is it called? The trick? Is the trick? The trichinella worm in pork. Yeah, it causes trichinosis. Man, yeah, Dr. B serious. Yep. Dr. B, way back then, he was showing that presentation. I was like, boy, what the hell? Why you show me that? And back then, when I was on some rib tips. I'd tear up some rib tips from Woody's barbecue. If you out in LA, you know about Woody's barbecue on Slauson. You know, and then you know about his brother on out in who started the spot out in Culver City, or really Inglewood, but closer to Culver City. Best barbecue in Los Angeles. But I was on some rib tips, and goddamn it, Dr. B showed me that goddamn shit. Oh boy, I hate you for that shit. So moving along, in nigga news. So that's the only science I had today. But in nigga news, over 106,000 melanated sisters were laid off in the month of April. 106,000 sisters lost their job in April. Why? Well, this was after Trump. The Trump administration cut all subsidies for DEI programs. DEI was funding these different world woke chicks, funding them into the stratosphere. They was about to fund them into a whole new tax bracket. Really, they was doing that. If you've seen the movie, I talked about the movie last year that came out by Matt Walsh, Am I Racist? In the movie, he shows a girl giving a DEI seminar. He goes in there and he looks woke. He got his glasses on and shit, and he's interrupting the whole thing. This shit is hilarious. If you haven't seen Am I Racist? That shit is funny. It is hilarious. So he in the DEI thing, and the sister is giving the presentation, and the sister gets $30,000 per presentation for like a weekend, for a couple day presentation. She gets 30 grand. Sisters have been cleaning up with this DEI bullshit. I'm going to teach you white people how to be less racist. Well, these sisters teaching white people how to be less racist, how to be more empathetic to your black co-workers, how to feel them more. You have to feel the blackness. What's happened to our people? You have to understand. And they getting chipped off for this shit. 30 grand for 2 days? What the 30 grand for 2 damn days. And then all the people he had to pay for the documentary, he had to pay somebody like 15 grand to do an interview. $15,000. What? So Trump cut all that shit. And they lost their mind. They lost all their jobs. So a bunch of strong, independent sisters. Now all of a sudden, not so strong and independent. I'm a strong, independent sister, black woman. But you ain't independent without your daddy government, huh? Without the daddy, the father figure that you've replaced the melanated man with, the government. You've replaced the melanated patriarch in the house with the government and corporations. That's who's become the new patriarch, because government or corporations are legally people. They're legal entity. They're legal fictions or legal people though. So they've taken the artificial man and replaced the true melanated God man in the house with the artificial man. And so now you're wondering why shit is caving in on you when you put all your trust in that and they don't give a shit about you. It's a business. Bottom line is all that matters. And so as soon as you're not a part of that bottom line, salam alaikum, kick rocks. Whatever you want to say it, however way you want to say it, deuces. Got a whole bunch of ways to say it, but you get the fuck out. That's what you got to do. This is why it's stupid for you to devote all your damn time and energy to a damn corporation like that, thinking that this corporation is going to give that energy back to you. The family will give that back to you in spades, thousands of times over. You're going to get that back, the energy that you put into your family. But the energy that you put into a corporation, no, it only goes to their bottom line, making them money, and that's it. They're going to thank you for that day's work and deuces. See you tomorrow for another day's work of killing yourself. And then only for a thank you and this little paycheck that you think make you independent until I take it away from you. So go ahead with your illusion. See you tomorrow. This is what's going on. You say, boy, did you say black crappy is good? Don't ever put that together. Black and crap is good. Come on, Jared, the Gerald jokes. Brother. You say crappy is good? Oh, brother, no, man. Man, don't say that, brother. So the sisters lost all their jobs and they going crazy. So hold on. Excuse me. Now they've been getting that education. They need to get that education and bring it back to the black communities or to their community and build up the community to be self-sufficient and independent to where you don't have to rely on corporations and the government. What do you think China and all the rest of these countries do when they send their people over here? They come to learn how America is smashing on the rest of the world, and then they take that information back over to their own country. They don't use it to build up America, which is what they should do. But they take it, boom, take it back over there to their country and say, this is what these niggas got popping over there. And start building all the shit that America has in their country. So you say black crab is top notch, freshwater fish. Man, do we even have that out here in California? Don't make me try to go try some black crappie. I ain't listening to y'all. But yeah, Roger Gross, stealing and run. Go get the. It's not stealing. They let you in. It's not stealing. They letting you in, especially melanated women. They letting you in because they think they need you, or they do need you on their side because you're the most emotional and you get movements going. That's why the Hispanics are mad that you ain't jumped in this movement, because they know if they had the sisters in on it, it would be crazy strong around the country. But because melanated, the sisters ain't in on it, it's just some marginal bullshit. So they know if we get the sisters' energy in on some shit, we can kill anything because you're the mothers of the earth and the most emotional people. Emotional power. Emotional things. Emotion is not bad. It's just bad when you are motivated solely on emotion. So get that information and bring it back. Set up infrastructure, because you know they try to keep the melanated man down and they letting you in. So you sneak in, you go get it and bring it back to the brothers in the hood and teach them how to build the infrastructure in the hood, the finance, law. Those are the two main things, finance and law. Then you can get to architecture and all kinds of other things behind that. Technology, bring that shit back. Stop giving all of your energy to the goddamn corporations. And then they say thank you, and then let you go ahead and die and give you a nice shiny gold watch for your service. And then you get to be fucking 60, 50, and 60, and see that you didn't give all your goddamn life to some damn entity that don't give a shit about you. Then you're in regret with no kids, thinking, God damn, I got all this shit, but I ain't got nobody in my life to share this shit with. Well, as Dion Cole said, well, that's all I got to say on that. So, moving along. So, again, real quick, please don't, stop gargling the corporate balls and the government balls, ladies. And don't gargle the government ball. So moving along, this week on a show called The Culture War, Tim Pool, I've talked about Tim Pool a lot. I've watched his stuff for news. He has a big news channel on YouTube. So I watch for news and see what FAGA is saying. Yo, LTJ, appreciate you for the Cash App. Thank you, brother, for the Cash App. Anybody else did the Cash App? Teresa Pete, thank you for the Cash App. I missed you. I missed your Cash App. Appreciate you, girl. Everybody else hit that Cash App. Make sure you hit that Cash App, goddamn. I'm over here on this goddamn cleanse, starving my ass off. Trying to bring you this news while I'm starving. So, excuse me. So Tim Pool on the Culture War. A podcaster. So his dumb ass said that there's no such thing as white privilege, and that's a fact, not an opinion. Again, this dumbass Tim Pool, who's never been melanated to know the difference, whether to see if he gets treated differently, whether he's black or white. But this dumbass said there's no such thing as white privilege, and it's a fact, not even to be disputed. Not at all. Not even to be disputed at all. Not when you make up 15% of a community, but 85% of the police interactions is against you. No, that's not white privilege at all. Again, this happens all the time in the country, in communities around the country, where you're only like 10% of the community, 15% of the community, but 85 to 90% of the police interactions are with you or Hispanics or Native Americans. Those are the three demographics. It's really Native Americans and melanated people, Hispanics too, but on the lower end. So that's not white privilege. No, when Caucasian people don't have to deal with that at all. Or when a Caucasian person thinks just because whenever you just talk to them about something, how dare you talk to me about that? What do you how dare you come into my face? How dare you? This is America. See, melanated person can't say that shit. We can't say this is America. Can't do that shit. They be like, I don't give a fuck. Show me your ID. Just shit like that. Now, on that end, police officers make everybody show ID for the most part, but melanated people, definitely, you get profiled more so than anything else. They call it pretextual stops, but it's really racial profiling. So again, how do you know there's no such thing as white privilege unless you've been on the other side to know? Or if you've experienced the other side in depth. You don't have to necessarily be the other side, but experience the other side in depth for you to know the difference. Now, I've delved deep into both worlds. Because of my profession, had to deal with Caucasian people all the time, every day. Fitness. There's most of the people who are buying fitness is Caucasian people. They have the money to do it. Most melanated people are not going to spend $75 to $100 an hour on training. That's what I charge. On the low end, 75. The lowest I've charged is $75 an hour. So mostly Caucasian people have that type of money. Then also, because they're the dominant class in society, they show themselves. They're much more in the public view for you to see and evaluate. They're on TV, movies, everything they do in business, everywhere. They're everywhere for you to just to sit back and watch the fuckery or even the good shit that they do. But they're on display so that you can get a good evaluation of who Caucasian people are and not necessarily even have to know them. I would say still know them because not all of them are the same, but you can definitely get a good evaluation of who Caucasian people are by watching them, by observation. So when a melanated person says there's such thing as white privilege, and they actually have something to reference it from watching Caucasian people and then also being melanated and experiencing the shit, then you can't sit up here and say it's a fact and not and it's not disputable. That's the dumbest shit ever. I've hung around black people. I have a black friend. I have a black friend. He's in another state, but I have a black friend. I can call him whenever he's not busy and he's not with his wife and he's not with his kids and he's not on vacation and he wants to talk to me because I pissed him off last time. But when I can talk to him, he'll tell me that there's no such thing as white privilege. When I can talk to him, whenever that is. Like your black friend. You got a black friend who's going, okay. Well, when you talk to him, get back to me. That one black friend you got. Whenever you talk to him, I'll be right here. But again, you're not going to be able to do that shit just by or Caucasian people just by having a black friend. You have to delve deep into those things. So Tim Pool pushing his bullshit. He's also the same dude that said that Derek Chauvin should be pardoned because he died of a drug overdose and not a knee to his neck for 10 minutes, compressing his neck or his chest for 10 minutes. Excuse me, 8 minutes and 49 seconds to be exact. So that's that motherfucker. So you see where he's coming from on the white privilege thing. I mean, he calls himself Korean, but he's not Korean. He's half white. His daddy's white, which means you white. When your daddy white, you Caucasian. Period. So I don't want to hear about this half Asian bullshit. Your daddy white, you white. Just like if your daddy black, you black. So who was that? Shanice Reed, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. Put that on some chicken of the wood shawarma today. Appreciate you. Gonna order me a whole bag today. And so thank everybody else also for supporting for hitting the cash app button and also for going to Real Nagas and purchasing the Great Book of Melanin Research. Boom, my bam, right here, book 1 and book 2. Book 1, book 2, the hard copies. It's everything you need to know about melanin. I'm telling you, it's going down right now. You better know everything you need to know about what you have on your body and the powers that it has. It has a lot of powers, abilities that it can do. And you should know these things. This is where they get superheroes from. Yo ass. Yep. Superheroes come from you. Super Heru. That's from Heru and in Kemet. The sun, Horus, Heru, Super Heru is where they get it from. So it's all about your ass. All of this shit. The superheroes are the Netaru, the god pantheon of Kemet. So why were they gods? And everyone has melanin. So Caucasian people, if you're looking at this, yes, you have the ability to tap into your melanin too. So don't just think it's externally melanated people. Everyone has melanin. So you can get this book again. Find out how to tap into your melanin and get supercharged from that as well. Remember, you get the whole police stop law package right here. Boom. The Know Your Rights manual. Boom. Can I see that? You get one of 3. This is the red one. You get a gold. You either get the gold one or the blue one. Just have to let me know when you order which one you want, and then the package that you keep in your car, the constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card with the notice right here. Bam. So, boom. You see that right, man, right there. You keep this in your car. You say, I don't answer questions, officer. And it's been working for people as it should. But man, all the feedback I'm getting about people just sliding this to, man, it's off the chain. This is what I created it for, to alleviate the stress that you have during police stops. Now, you should learn the law as well by getting over here to Know Your Rights Foundation. Boom, with us. But make sure, just to complete the package, you also want to get the 5 decks of flashcards this week. only till Friday, because I didn't get out last week. So whenever I don't get out in 1 week, I always give you the deal. So boom, right here, you get the 5 decks of flashcards, the police stop flashcards, police stop flashcards, volumes 1 and 2, the law and government flashcards, volume 1 and 2. Bam. Yes, the light is on there. Boom. Let me see that. Bam. Volume 1 and 2. And then bam. Can you see that? This is Supreme Court cases right here. So boom. Then if you want to learn the law for free, make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org or kyrf.org/volunteers, and boom, or KYRF, yeah, that .org/volunteers. Sign up to one of as a volunteer, and we will hook you up for free. But you have to work to get one of these certifications, right? Excuse me, that's the deal. We teach you the law for free. You take it back out there, teach it to your family, your friends, your community, but you have to work to get one of these to do that. That's the deal. All right. We want motivated people. Motivated people. If you want to get out there, you want to take your power back and you empower others to do the same thing so that you can move freely within this system without being smashed by the popo all the damn time, even have to worry about it. Or whenever an encounter happens, you so damn confident, you ready for the goddamn encounter. Have you seen that type of shit? You got people in here ready for the smoke and not getting it. They like, damn, I thought when I was going to learn this law shit, I was going to get rolled up on people. But then when you start learning law shit, somehow your energy changes and when you don't become a target or a victim, they can sense that somehow. And people in here, they don't get fucked with when you start learning the law. Somehow that happens. When you have fear, you put that energy out into the universe, and police officers can sense that, just like a dog. But when you're confident and strong and you can protect yourself, they sense that too, just like a bully. A bully can sense when somebody's strong and confident and might whoop their ass, and they move on to the next person. So, boom. Stop getting bullied and start being the bully. We don't really want to be the bully, but you can turn into the bully if you do know the law. You can do that. So knowyourrightsfoundation.org/volunteers. Sign up for free. Get into the next interview class is on the 25th this month. So if you want to get into the interview class on the 25th this month, make sure you hit us up in time. We'll send you an email. When you send us an email, we'll send you back one email so that you can fill out a questionnaire. Make sure you look for your spam, look in the spam for the email because we always send it back. Go fill out that questionnaire and we'll send you a time for the interview. All right. That's how the process works because we have to vet some people. You can't just let everybody in your damn house. We're not the Biden administration. The border's not open. So we had to vet you niggas at the border. So that's how we vet you at the border by you go and fill out the questionnaire. Just make sure that you're not crazy. And then we get you in here and we teach you the law for free. So that's it for me, everybody. I got to get out of here. I'm hungry as hell. Hope y'all like the new setup. Hope it was cool. I don't know how it goes. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. We'll see how the feedback goes. But other than that, that's it for me. I'm about to get out of here and eat me some chicken out of wood shawarma. No. No. But I may get some salmon shawarma right now, actually. I may go to some fish at this point because I'm tired of being vegan. I'm vegan for a whole damn week. I'm tired of it. Okay, really, just so you know, do you know where veganism came from? Do most of y'all even know what veganism is bullshit? Veganism is bullshit, y'all. Let me tell you. Go look up the history of veganism. Veganism came from some old ass white lady who wasn't a vegan. She dreamt it she had a dream. In a dream, this old unhealthy ass white lady in a dream said, I think God told her not to eat meat. Go look it up. So all you people calling yourselves vegans and all that type of shit, and it was sent from God and all that type of shit. No, it wasn't. Old ass white lady, fat white lady, unhealthy ass white lady, and she didn't stop, and she didn't become a vegan. She didn't stop. She really stopped eating meat and shit. She just said, "This is what the God told me," and she told everybody else, and everybody else became vegan. So go ahead and keep following that shit if you want. You should. It's a balance, everybody. Just understand things are about moderation. It's a balance. You can go vegan sometimes, but don't go full vegan because you don't get a lot of the nutrients that you need when you go full vegan. So again, in case you didn't know, veganism was drummed up, was dreamt up by some old ass lady who didn't know shit what she was talking about. So keep on doing that if you want. I say you can do it. Just make sure you be balanced. And that's it for me. I'm out of here. Thanks, moderators. Thank everybody in the super chat. Appreciate y'all. I don't have the super chat because YouTube messed with me. Thank everybody who hit the Cash App though. And if you didn't hit the Cash App, shame on you, goddammit. Shame. Shame, goddammit, shame. And if you didn't hit the like button, again, another shame. You should have been hitting the like button coming in here. I can't see how many people are in here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Oh, I can. Oh, there it is. All right, yeah. Make sure y'all hit the goddamn like button. All right, we got more likes in here. We got 5. All right, y'all did good today. Goddamn it. Y'all did good today. Make sure you give me up to 1,000 likes because that's when it hits the algorithm. YouTube can keep you suppressed under 1,000 likes. So hit 1,000 likes, everybody, please. Anybody who's watching this, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit it. All right, so I can get this out into the algorithm. Out to the algorithm system. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks everybody for hitting me up today on my new live stream view. Holla at y'all on Saturday, not next week, but Saturday. I'll be back on Saturday. So holla at y'all in a minute. Peace.